Richard matching, he can film his tune after mine.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
This is your president speaking. And I approve this message.
Vegas Raiders, just win, baby. We are the Vegas Raiders, just win, baby. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you wanna be sinners, you can come and get it. Vegas Raiders, just win, baby. We are the Vegas Raiders, just win, baby. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you wanna be sinners, you can come and get it. Touchdown, touchdown. Let's throw a ball down, first down. Let's throw a ball down every down. First we score, then we clown. Having fun, look around. Nobody loud as a Raider crowd. Nobody proud as a Raider crowd. NFL, how you like me now? We gon' do this Vegas style. Nothing but action. I'm Bo Jackson, hit the goal. Run you over, goal line, jumping over. Go for crazy, lose your soul. Lose your mind in a black hole. Here's your goal, Super Bowl. Everybody here, get that goal. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you wanna be sinners, you can come and get it. Vegas Raiders, just win, baby. We are the Vegas Raiders, just win, baby. Al Davis, John Madden, Greg Papa, and Derek Madden. He's a pirate, Ken Sailor, always will be a Vegas Raider. Orange Ale, Gene Upshaw, Jack Tatum, True Outlaw. That is Fred Biletnikoff, Lester Hayes, Biggie Young, Brown Brothers, Willie and Tim, Funkin' Otto, y'all know Jim, y'all know Lyle, y'all know Ted. Accent put you to bed. Dave Tapper, Cliff Brand, Tom Ford, and Dinky Ken, George Fonda, Howie Long, Marcus Allen, come back home. Vegas Raiders, just win, baby. We are the Vegas Raiders, just win, baby. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, that is my favorite. See that weird stuff on me again? I don't like that filter he keeps putting on me. Anyways, it makes my eyes look Chinese. I don't like those filters. Damn. I feel like it's too low. Can we lower this a little bit? The angle. Sorry, not to bitch at the camera angles, but. Yeah, I think we'll leave the filter. I feel like the filter is confusing because, like, if it's your first time seeing me and you see that filter, and then, like, I don't know, it's just weird. I just accept I'm older now. I'm 40. So that is my favorite Raider Nation video. Richard found it. That one was so fun to do. But you know, it was actually really scary standing on that thing. I don't know if you guys know that thing. You're not supposed to stand on them, and they're not really made to stand on, so they're not really level. That was actually like one of those, because I'm not scared of heights, but there's sometimes where those things, there'll be certain things that kind of like give you a little bit of a, like a fear. That definitely sitting on that was, but we had so much fun doing that one. I'm so glad you found that one. That one was my favorite. That was my cheerleader one. Yeah, we bought those pom-poms on Amazon and everything. We were all into it. We did expect everyone to hate us so much. Like, we thought it was going to be like, oh, this is fun, you know. We're just doing the Raider Nation song. But they apparently thought I was, like, trying to take over the Raider Nation song. Like, I wanted to be, like, the spokesperson for it. I'm like, no, I'm just...
They were also mad at you for calling out Don Webb, like the year before.
Oh, right, because we called out Don Webb for the roof of the Raider Nation. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I think I'm mad at that. Well, we were going around the stadium since it had started. So in 2017, I saw the first sign, like before anyone really knew what was going on, because I've always been a football fan. And I've actually been to a Raiders game in Oakland. I went in 2011. And so I was like, oh, that's cool, the Raiders coming. I mean, I'm originally a 49ers fan, so that's like the enemy kind of thing. But it was still like, well, you know, the 49ers aren't going to come here. So I think if any team's going to come, Raiders would be great for Vegas, is what I thought. So I right away was really excited. And I even still had some like Raiders shirts in our storage and stuff because I'd been to the games and I had a friend that was a huge fan. And I met Cliff Branch and got an autographed hat from my best friend who was really a huge Raiders fan. I didn't get one for myself. I wish I had that, but I wouldn't have it anyways now. But I had sold all this Raider stuff. So we went out like one day before they'd even started, and there was just this song that said, Raiders are coming. And it was over there where the stadium is. And so we took photos of me with one of my old Raiders shirts and stuff. So we were like really into it. And then we went to the cave. But as soon as we got out of the cave, we're like, hey, I wonder what's going on with the stadium. So we went and immediately kind of started like walking around the stadium and checking it out and filming it. And Richard was just getting into photography. So we'd be out there for hours because he wasn't that good at like knowing how to do his camera yet. So he was like learning while we're out there, which it was like the best thing because he got to like learn all the, you know, how to just fully use his camera because it's not the one that just does it itself. You know, it was a Nikon that you had to, you know, set all the settings and stuff. And he would learn about all the different lenses and stuff. So, because he was needing like telephoto lenses because we were filming like the whole thing, and there was other people doing it, and there was other people that got way more famous than us that were doing the same thing, kind of going around the stadium. But we kind of did it in our own weird way, where we had our nunchucks, and everyone kind of knew us. And then, so one of the times while we were out there, I had noticed that there was these trusses that like one of them like they kept the crane on it forever because normally they'd put it up. The truss was like the thing that holds the roof. And they'd put it up and normally they'd remove the crane, but this one crane stayed forever, and those cranes are expensive. They rent them. So you don't want to have a crane sitting for like 20 days, just sitting there. So I was like, it's been a really long time because I noticed things like that. So we ended up asking one of the iron workers when it was a lady, she was walking out, and we said, what's going on with that? And she's like, oh, they put together like half of the trusses wrong. And they're trying to figure out how to like, you know, retrofit it, but they're probably going to have to remove them all. But, you know, they were on a real tight schedule to get done for 2020, which ended up being a nightmare, right? But they were going to get, the construction workers were going to get a huge bonus if they finished by 2020. So, and a lot of things have already happened. Like we'd already had like these huge storms. Like we had a snowstorm come through Vegas and all these rainstorms. So a lot of days had already been kind of like messed up. And so they were kind of getting behind schedule. And they were already actually, I think even maybe had already asked for extra money. You know, they were above budget already. So this was like not something that like they wanted to have to remove all those because it took like months to put those up. So they tried to retrofit it, but we kept being like, we were hearing people kept contacting us because we did kind of like the first video about that. People were like, that's the stadium is gonna like burst when they try to put the roof on. Like it's gonna be really bad. It could hurt people because they can't do that. You can't. It has to be like exact, you know. And they tried to get all these. Well, they were saying that it was going to be fine, and then they did the reverse where they tried to, and some people did get hurt, like all these, you know, 12-ton bolts went, or however much they weigh, went flying, and a lot, I don't know the exact amount, I don't know construction stuff, but really big bolts flying, and it was like an earthquake to the stadium that happened before, but then they got all these engineers, they had to fix it, so I guess it's fixed now, but we were like going like, what's going on? Like, you guys, like, someone's gonna get hurt, you know, if you don't do this right, you know. And so they weren't fans of us. We got like everybody. We even went to the stadium authority meeting and everything because we were like nuts about this. Because we're like, these construction workers seem to like not care. Then someone's gonna get hurt. Like, because we thought what was gonna happen is like they're gonna build the stadium and then there's gonna be an event and then someone's gonna get hurt. That's what me and Richard kept like thinking because we're like, these guys don't care. You know, they're gonna get their bonus and be on their way. And so we were kind of just like, you know, going, and so the fans thought we were trying to like hurt the stadium in some way, like that we were like anti the stadium coming, and we were like no, because a lot of people, either in Oakland or Vegas, were kind of anti one way or the other. We were actually big fans of having the stadium come here because I love sports. So I was like, cool, we've got sports coming here. That's great for me. And I figured we get a California team, great, even better, because I'm from California, even though I'm originally. So people went nuts and they're like, she's a 49ers fan. How dare. I'm like, whatever, you guys. I'm just not that into it at this point in my life. I know when I was young, that was like, how dare you? Oh, you're a traitor. But I'm like, I'm 40, and you got to like realize all the teams are kind of the same. Everyone's cool there's cool people on every team, and there's maybe assholes on every team, but it's like, and they all like each other because they switch teams and stuff. So it's like, it's only the fans that are so like, yeah, everyone, the players actually switch teams, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's always hard for the fans that are so diehard, like, oh no. That happened with me with Jerry Rice. I was a big Jerry Rice fan, and then he went to the Raiders, and I thought, oh my God, how dare. Well, I mean, it's across the bridge. Get out of here. So, anyways, if you're going to switch teams, and I think the Niners weren't giving what we wanted, so I remember that. It was so devastating when I was a kid. But now I'm so into the Mets. So they did lose yesterday, which I thought, but I just was being hopeful. I was like, I was not going to bet they were going to lose, you know what I mean? We did actually get our bet back because we lost all the bets except for the pitcher one, because they only gave the pitcher 1.5, and I said even a new pitcher could probably get 2 strikeouts if he's the starting pitcher. And guess what he got? 2. So we got our money back, but all the rest of them, I didn't even fully watch the game yesterday because yesterday I had the most, oh my gosh, insane like epiphany, like change of perspective, like everything in my life flip, all like in a amazing but scary thing. Like I literally started to have a panic attack because I did realize that we were wrong with how we've treated Gloria this whole time. Like I came in like a drill sergeant, I really like put everybody through like boot camp, but I could have been gentler. Like I did have to step in and help, but I was very aggressive with the way that I did it. And I kind of thought they were all aggressive. And there was aggression towards me, like, but I think I just had up all this pent up kind of like.
Good morning from Mark Fusion.
Oh, hey, Mark Fusion.
In reality.
Hey, in
Joanne
reality.
Sabo.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Yeah.
You're saying you look quite beautiful today.
Oh, thank you.
And no, we don't have a filter on today.
No, I'm putting a little bit of blush
No
on
filter.
my cheeks to try to help out.
No
That's, but I don't know how to do it, so it isn't like all over my face. So like, forget it. This is the problem with me in makeup. If I do it, I don't do it good because I'm just like, man, that's good enough. but I've been trying to put a little bit of blush so I'm not just like pale because I'm an old lady, But anyways, I realize everyone wears makeup except for like me, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I
you're
wonder why I
not the
look
only
like
one.
crap.
You're a rebel.
Yeah, but but when you're on camera, it's more necessary. In person, I don't care. But on camera, it's kind of like, sometimes you get like the reflection, like especially with the lighting, if it can be very harsh on older people. But anyways, yeah, so I had this whole like epiphany, like change of perspective of like my entire life. Like I realized, ooh, I am really mean. Like, I mean, there have been people that have been very mean to me, and that's, but I am mean. And I was like, I was being mean to Gloria like this whole time. And so like, we've just changed everything. Like we're going to fully cook in the kitchen now, you guys. No more cooking in the bathroom. I've moved everything. I've moved everything. Like there's no more bar stuff back here. Everything's now in the kitchen, and I'm going to do all the cleaning out there. Not expect Gloria to clean the kitchen at all. She's 82. And do most of the cleaning out there too, like start, the rest of the area. I didn't want to like take over, but it's time now where like, it's time where she doesn't want to do the stuff anymore. But for a while she still wanted to. So it's been this hard
She still wants to get a driver's license.
transition, but like now she
refuses
is tired and she doesn't want to do things like cooking and cleaning. So me and Richard have fully taken over. Richard does the cooking sometimes, I do the cooking sometimes. And she wants to, maybe go dancing and go to the gym and not be like cooking and cleaning. But when we first got here, like Gloria still wanted to do these things. So it has been this like total transition of all of us, but I definitely did not handle things right. And I am like horrified some of the things I did and said to Gloria. and how I acted. And I've fully apologized to her, and she's coming out of her, like, Shauna, like, we realized we had pushed her down because she was feeling like we were so mean to her. And now, like, we're being nice. She's, like, up today, and she's, feeling better. And we're thinking about getting her a cup of coffee today. And maybe start bringing the coffee back because Annette doesn't want it anymore. So these things we took away, not to punish Gloria, it was for Annette. But Annette now doesn't even want the caffeine and certain things, you know what I mean? And, like, now Annette can even have a couple of dollars, and Gloria can have money, you know what I mean? Because Annette doesn't want to go get meth, So some of these things, like, were insanely important at the time, but I did not chill out. And I've been, like, just, like...
You're adjusting and changing.
Yeah, and I realized, like, I'm telling you, like, 40 changed me. Like, I always thought people were crazy when they're like, oh, you'll understand when you're 40 or whatever. But, wow, you realize, oh, wow, I was just, like, a very arrogant child.
Well, that's what happens. You get taught the rules when you're in your 20s, 10s and 20s. And then when you're 25 to 35, you like, oh, I know all the rules. Let's enforce all the rules.
Right, and so what happened is Gloria really just kind of parented us the last couple years and, like, made us grow up. So me and Richard came here as just, like, two young, like, kids that had no idea because we had no parenting, you know what I mean? Like, Gloria was kind of always doing her thing and we were doing our own thing. So we were just, like, running around and we have no other parents. So until we got here, we didn't grow up. And it took now, what has it been, almost 3 years now, like, we're finally all, like, there's such a calmness in the house. Like, everybody's happy, everybody's mellow, there's no anger. But there was anger from everybody. Like, Annette was angry when we first got here. Gloria was angry. Richard used to always be angry, but he's not even anymore. And then I have been one that usually was kind of tried to keep the peace. But once I got here, I was like, F it. And just, I was angry too. So it was like, this is, everybody was so angry. And there's like no anger in the house anymore. I don't think anybody's angry at anybody. Like, and it's like, I don't even know if we ever will be again. Like, it's kind of like this, we've been like released from like this negativity that was overtaking us.
Yeah.
And so it's just really weird. But now me and Richard are just like horrified at our actions. But it's hard to describe. Like, we were under this spell of like this anger
You
and
were
this,
under a lot of pressure.
yeah, and this pressure, and like, things were really difficult when we got here. And they're really kind of coming together now. And I mean, I still have to go to New York, and that's still, like, now that everything's so good, I'm like, I don't even want to go, but I'm like, no, I mean, I have to. Like, this is my job, because I actually want to take care of this family, because one thing, I'm the youngest. And the other thing, I was talking to Richard about this, they need Richard more than they need me. Like, they need me to support them, but they need Richard. He's Gloria's son and Annette's brother, and they both need him. They are not functional without him. And so if, like, he were be the one to leave, then I would be here, and I don't think I could give them what they fully need. Like, they need Richard. So it just became this thing that the reason why ultimately Richard needed to not, like, work in a normal sense, I mean, he works all the time, but, like, not the way you guys think, is then because his mom and sister ultimately were going to need him. And when his dad died, he literally said, don't abandon your mom and sister. And so right away, I mean, Gloria had come to Richard's condo when I met them. She had tried to kind of, like, move them, but then she wanted to move back to Vegas, and we stayed there, and then we went to Panama. But ultimately, like, Gloria did want us all together because she felt scared and alone. And so, like, she doesn't feel that way anymore, but when we first got here, she did. And so part of, like, her anger was more out of scared and fear, When you get angry at maybe the people that you don't realize are helping, you know what I mean? And so we just, like, have all, like, fully, like, we are truly, like, the Healthy Family Force, where, like, this year is just, like, an insane new year for us. And this is day 12 for me, no drinking, which I feel really great about. We haven't been as great with the sugar, but not terrible. We've had a couple slip-ups with the sugar, me and Rich, but he didn't even do the alcohol, but he's been trying to, get off the sugar, because the problem is when I do the alcohol, then I also trying to get off the alcohol, I crave sugar. But I'm kind of getting over that. Like, and now by, like, opening up the kitchen for everybody, like, there was, like, this weird thing where, like, I was eating more back here. It was like, I don't know, we just had this, like, nothing going on back here, so we're just sitting back here, like, making meals, and then they're just sitting, I don't know, it was this weird thing, and we're like kind of wondering like why we did that, but it was like, it's hard to describe what it was like when we first got here. Like everybody has changed. Like Gloria now is not the Gloria when we got here. And when we first got here, like Richard and Gloria couldn't even be in the same room because she irritated him that much. Like it's hard to describe, like, because she's nothing like that anymore. So like everybody has grown up and changed, and everybody has learned to live together. Because we all are very stubborn and strong-willed people, the four of us, and we all kind of like things a certain way. Like we're very, like, all of us are actually very mature. Like it's hard to describe. So as we kind of settled in our space, so like even I thought about blogging in the front right now, but I'm like, that's actually a net space to smoke, and she doesn't like when we're out there blogging because she doesn't want to go out there when we're blogging. You know, she'll say hi once in a while, but so, like, we're trying to now really embrace everybody's different needs and spaces, and we're getting Gloria a new bed, and we're getting her a nice one, and we're having to put it on credit right now, because until I go to New York, but I'm feeling really good about, like, for a second, I was feeling angry, like, I was like, why am I working for, because I was angry that I was working so hard for Gloria's neglect. Like, because she had let everything go. But at this point, we're almost caught up with, like, the behind stuff. So now it's like, no, now we're just living. You know what I mean? And so, like, that I can handle. But it was a lot on me. And I also, at that point, was not in a good state of mind. You know, I was struggling with my own addiction. Primarily the bulimia, but also the alcohol. You know, right when we first got here, I was drinking. And I'm really trying to not think about what I'm going to do in New York, because that gives me anxiety. But I'm really hoping I just decide to not drink, because I feel like drinking is very destructive. Where some of the other things, you know, even if I ate some bad food, I could bounce back from that easier, but the sugar, but drinking is very destructive for me, and I'm kind of like, do I want to be so destructive? And I also don't want to feel that anger again. And, you know, I would hope that it has gone away, but I think people just get angry when they drink. And so I don't really want to have any sort of incident where I call and I'm just like yelling at everybody, because I just don't want to be that person anymore. So I'm trying to, like, stay strong each day. And I think that, because I don't leave for like 24 days, and I'm at day 12, and I feel pretty strong. So I'm feeling like with my new mentality, like, I feel like I'm just going to, because I've gone to New York and not drank. It's possible for me. I mean, I can do anything. I'm very stubborn. If I want to do something, I just cave in if I want to, too. So I'm kind of, like, trying to, like, change my mentality of, like, Joy, why do you want to kind of just, like, F off when you have people relying on you that I care about, that are my family? I mean, my old family is, like, non-existent to me now. And even if I were to interact with them, like, they basically abandoned me for the last 13 years. I'm not very fond of them. You get what I'm saying? Like, no matter what they would do now, it'd be like, well, where were you for the last 13 years? Well, I really struggled. So this is now my family. I've been with them for 13 years. You know, it's longer than I ever spent with my dad or sister. You know, I spent that much time with my mom, but not my dad or sister. So, because they were always doing their own things. And my dad left when I was younger. So, my sister was, like, never home. She was one of those kids that was, like, left immediately. Like, she was like, I'm getting out of this place. It was, like, always at friends' houses. Like, she just spent the night at friends' house, always. I mean, she was, like, never home. But anyways, so I'm feeling really good about this trip to New York, because I feel like I'm, like, fully going as an adult this time. Like, it's really weird. I know I'm 40 and I should already be an adult, but I guess it takes some people longer, especially considering I had no parenting. You know, my mom died when I was 20, and I wasn't really ready to have no parenting. You know what I mean? Like, I had no idea that was gonna happen. So I'm just like, oh dear. You're just like, whoa, life is really difficult. And my dad really just kind of had no compassion for that I'd lost my mom. It was just like, you should be a normal 20-year-old right now. And it's just like, but I just lost my mom, you know what I mean? It's like, I deal with that, you know what I mean? It was like, that was always the kind of factor, and I was already struggled with alcohol and eating disorders. So it was like, when you then lose my mom, it was like, those went full blown, because they were very mild before, you know, but I always was one of those that, you know, got drunk too fast and stuff, even early on, you know, I just went, ooh, and, you know, I'd puke on people and stuff. It was bad when I was very young. Not very young, I mean, like in the Air Force, but, you know, in your younger days of drinking. I just take shots and stuff like an idiot. Oh, dear. Can't you imagine? But when you're young, you think you could, like, go... I'm, like, a small girl trying to, like, match guys with shots. It's just, like, never ends well. But you think you're, like, so cool. Like, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm so cool. I'm hanging with the guys. Yeah, until you're on the floor and puking over everybody. Not good. So, yeah, I definitely was always kind of one of those people, even before my mom died. But so I was going to have an issue with it. You know, I come from a family of alcoholics. And then when my mom died, though, it was just like I just kind of like went full into my addiction. And so people kind of didn't really, they just kind of saw my addiction. They were like, what's wrong with you? Like what happened to you? Like you were, because I was always, you know, the excellent student and child and whatever, you know, and everything. Excellent airman, whatever, you know. And then, like, just no one seemed to, like, take in the factor that my mom had died. And so then now I'm, like, starting to kind of, like, recover a little bit, even went back to school. And then my brother dies. And, oh, it's your stepbrother. I'm like, yeah, but I grew up with him. So it's not like, I mean, it's like, I don't care if he was blood or not. But they kind of wanted to, like, act like it didn't matter. You're like, whatever. So, it was really weird because, yeah, like, it was, everyone just expected me to just, I remember I got a lot of judgment because I grew up in a religious neighborhood and went to religious schools and stuff, and I went to a public high school, but so all the other people were still religious, and oh gosh, they know what I do now. Because one time I was like, screw it, I think it was like 2019, I went on Facebook, and just basically told everyone what I did. I was like posting all this stuff. They banned me from Facebook forever. I like didn't realize that was like wrong. It's so funny, like now when I think back. Like I had no idea Facebook was just like family stuff. Like, I could just post like, I'm so embarrassed now. I've learned a lot. Like you think you know a lot, but no one does. No one knows a lot. Because what's a lot? I mean, it's like there's infinite amounts of things that can be known. So it's like, and also you only know what you can know on this earth. Like, who knows, in the next life or on other planets or whatever, you know, there's nothing else. Anyone that says there's nothing else, well, then you're stupid. I'm sorry. If you say this is the only planet, we're the only beings, well, you're dumb, because everything's a being. But you're dumb. You're limiting your knowledge because you don't know everything. And so this week was a real knock me off my high horse because I have been very arrogant, and Gloria loves to say arrogant. It's just arrogant, and I always like remember that always just made me laugh the way she said it, but also kind of irritated me because I always kind of found her arrogant for a while, and now I realize like it was me. And so I actually thanked her today. Like we've thanked her over and over, and I keep telling her I love her when I walk by now, and like she's literally like brightening up and she's remembering things. She asked us about something today that was, you know, like a financial thing, and we were like, wow. You know, because she's just been like out of it. Oh, and I gave her, oh my gosh. Like, there's some weird, okay, I have issues. Like, I'm working through, because like, some of my stuff is like, it's like my insane way of like coping too. Like that stupid blanket I had, you know, the one I've been sitting on. That was like my, like comfort blanket or something, you know, like I didn't realize like I needed like my security blanket, you know. And yesterday Gloria was laying in her bed because we were ordering her a bed, but we're just figuring out that, you know, which credit card to use and everything, figure that out. I think it's the credit was like Walmart or something, but we wanted this to happen right away because we don't want to wait till I go to New York. So we're trying to figure the finances out there. But so I just don't, looking at her on the bed, yesterday she looked like she was like dying, and I was like losing it. Like I was like, because I was like, I can't imagine if this would be the end and this is how we treated her. This is the end. And I used to say things that I would want it that way, and it was just like, I don't know what was wrong with me. Like I was insane in the mind. All my perspective was like wrong, but there was just so much chaos going on here. Like now, like when you look from the outside looking in, you know, but when you were in the mix of it, it was much harder. But everybody is like fully like adapted towards each other because we were all very strong-willed and very like everybody just had to have it their way or the highway around here. So we had just a bunch of people butting heads. But now everybody's just kind of like, everyone's still doing their own thing, but like we've just, adapted to each other. And like we respect each other's space. That's why I can sit in my closet for a little bit. It's like, it's my little space, which has got his office. I don't go bother him much. We don't go bother Annette in her room. I go and hang up clothes and stuff, and even and the entire time I've been there, I feel like I'm like, I should not be in there. But she wants me to do those things, but like it's like the energy is like, get out of my room, because she just wants her space. And then Gloria has it there, but we used to seclude Gloria. Now we're fully the kitchen's for everybody now. We're not cooking back here at all, and I've moved all of any things we had back here to the front. So it's now a community. I'm going to try to get that as clean as possible. It's a work in progress, and I have been very tired because this has been a huge emotional release and an embarrassing, like it's humiliating to realize like you were wrong, And now it's not just humiliating; it's also I feel really bad because we were pretty mean to Gloria. And we could have been nicer, We thought we were doing what was necessary, but like we were really harsh. And it's much easier to go back and say, you would have done it different, but it's hard at the time. But I was wrong, and I was young and stupid, and like Gloria let it all happen. Well, because she had to, but also like she knew like she needed to like. We needed her guidance the last couple of years because now we've all kind of grown up. And I'm not so crazy, about like cleanliness, I'm like relaxing, realizing like, yeah, you want some structure, but it's also important to like enjoy life. So I was all about like structures. So we're going to get the house clean as we can. I'm not going to freak out about things, and I'm cleaning as I do. I kind of when I'm in a space, I start making it clean, so the kitchen's already kind of getting cleaner, but it's not going to be like I'm going to go in there and scrub everything like people want. It's just going to be like a process as we kind of start like kind of, and not being like Gloria kind of taught us, it's like, yeah, you don't want to be as messy as her, but life's too short to be worried about like being perfectly clean or everything being perfect. So we kind of love the imperfections around here, so we don't care about the cabinets that are, you guys are worried about the cabinet. We don't care about that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter to us. We don't want to get new cabinets. For one thing, Gloria doesn't really like opening cabinets, and we're closing them. So it's easier to not have cabinets and things like that, you know what I mean? So some things we probably will never fix, It's just the way it is around here. And so, and there's certain levels of things, some things were really dirty. We want to get, I definitely need to clean the oils in that kitchen and stuff and get that stove all clean. But it's just going to happen as it does. But I've moved all my, my gloves and my cleaning stuff out there too. We don't have anything. I'm not going to be cleaning anything back here anymore. So everything is now in the kitchen, which is better for probably you don't want to be having that stuff go down the drain back here anyways. And I've already told Gloria we're going to start, taking care of a lot of the cooking and cleaning so she can just relax. And she said, oh, thank you. And she's just like happy. So she's just sitting there. She's been listening to her music, and she's been listening to this wonderful, like, Latin music, but just really old Latin music. And it's just, I don't know, it's just been a really good energy around the house. We've just been, I don't know, everybody, like, fully loves each other now. And I feel accepted for the first time. Because a part of, my thing was they were kind of pushing me out a lot too. Like whenever there was a fight, it was like kick Joy out, and I'm like, you guys can't just kick me out when I've, been part of this, and so now they don't do that to me anymore. So like now it's like we kind of are like if anything, Gloria will like defend me against Richard if Richard is like being angry. It's like where early on it was like so it's kind of like we fully have all become a family. But, yeah, and I don't really want to go to New York, but I do at the same token, too, because I feel like it's just important, and it's a really, getting to go to New York is amazing. That's also one of the biggest things that Richard brought me, in life is New York. And I knew that about him. Like, I didn't know we were going to go to New York, but I knew he had been to New York, and that was significant to me because he had lived there. Because, you know, my mom's from New York, and so anybody that, like I felt like he was like a New Yorker, you know. It didn't mean I thought we were ever going to go, but it was like he had that New York vibe. And that's what I liked about him. And then he did end up bringing me to New York. And the reason why I can go to New York is because Richard brought me there. I mean, I would have never gone to New York by myself, ever. I would have dreamed of that if we didn't live there for a year. And for the first, 6 months, Richard just, toured me around the city. I mean, we were working and everything, but it would be, every day he'd be like, okay, we're going to go see a different area. Even if we were not moving, showed us a bunch of areas. But he would do that, I remember, where it would be like, let's check out, because he wanted to make sure I understood Flamin'. And we didn't know that I was ever going to go there by myself, but it was awesome because he was this amazing tour guide, because he had lived there, around 9/11. And right after 9/11, but, he had moved there before 9/11. And so it was amazing, and he taught me everything about New York, so that's when I go. And when I go, really the whole time I just think about me and Richard's time there, because our time in New York was the best time of our entire life. But it was also the scariest time. We wouldn't want to do it again. It was one of those things we survived that. But so when I go there, it's just this nostalgia thing. But I was, for a minute, kind of wanting to go to New York because I'm in an addiction since, and I think I've kind of, worked through that. Now I'm I really kind of wanted to stay healthy when I go to New York. I'm feeling I don't want to go through that whirlwind again. But I don't know what's going to happen in New York, and I'm going to try to not give myself anxiety about thinking about it now, because it's, 24 days away, and I'm going to think about today. And today I'm being healthy. I've had my beef burgers and water and some weed. Really good weed. They had the concentrates were on sale yesterday, so we are feeling really good. And we put them in the fridge. Oh, well, now we don't have all of our food in the back either. We're moving everything. We're going to take the signs off. It's weird. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Everything just all of a sudden changed. It, with everybody. But I did have a wake-up call yesterday because Gloria looked very sick, and Richard's been telling me that, and he's been telling me that when I was in New York, and I was still feeling anger. The reason why I was angry was because I was having to work really hard for Gloria not taking care of things. But the thing is, we should have never made her do that. She couldn't have done it. So it's I'm being angry at someone that couldn't help it. You know what I mean? So then that's just not good. You know what I mean? Because it's basically attacking the helpless. You know what I mean? So I'm oh. But we didn't realize, you guys don't understand, for many years we really relied on Gloria as you would a normal mom. We didn't realize. We knew she was messy, but we just thought that was just this weird thing about her. But we would ask her questions all the time, call her about things, just kind of I don't know, we looked to her for advice and stuff. And I'm not saying she didn't ever give us that. I'm just saying I think we should have been more parent to her versus the other way. We thought of her still as fully the parent. And she was, like I said, she has taught us, but now she's I'm tired. You guys have to take care of me. Does that make sense? She's kind of done being a parent. Now we need to parent her. But she spent a long time. I mean, she did it for 82 years. You know what I mean? And she did it for Annette because she had to stay around for Annette. You know what I mean? And now we can take care of Annette, but I'm I don't want her to go soon. You know what I mean? So I really hope we have several more years with her, because I want her to have some really good last years where we're all being super nice to her, And if she goes now, it'd just be really tragic, So but she seems to be doing better today, so we're really going to try to pamper her as much as we can. And just make her feel real important and loved, because she's getting really old. She's getting very, she's just kind of slipping more and more, You can just tell she's just tired. She doesn't get out of bed that much, So we're going to fully, take over any of the chores for her. So she still wanted to do them for a long time, but I think she's just tired now. think she says, you guys can do it now. I'm good. You guys are grown up. I can relax now. So hopefully we get to spend a couple more good years with her, just, making her feel good. But, that what it's going to be when it is, But I'm, like, freaking out because I was like, I don't want anything to happen when I'm gone, ever, So it makes me scared to go to New York now. So I just really hope it never happens on a time when I'm away. So, anyways, hopefully she has a good recovery and there's a couple more years, but she hasn't been feeling good. And we keep asking she wants to go to the doctor and she doesn't want to, so I don't want to force her to do things she doesn't want to do. We're trying to give her better food. Maybe she was having a little too much sugar. We're still giving her some fruit because she just loves that, but I've been cooking her a lot more protein, beef, like steak every day for Gordon and Annette. Yeah, we've been making all the meals, so I got her a bunch of soup today too. She likes soup, so I got her a bunch of soup today. Oh, I spent so much today. I didn't realize. Oh my gosh, Richard told me like fruit has gone through the moon. I had no idea. I didn't know grapes are like $8 for the bundle. I had no idea because they rip you off by just give you by the pound, but you don't know it's like 3 pounds for the bag or whatever. So I told Annette to pick out some fruit, and I had no idea that all the fruit's gone through the moon. Watch yourselves at the store. They'd say by the pound, so you don't realize you're paying $8 for the bundle of them. That's like the price of the beef. So that's, we were trying to say that the organic beef is not nearly any more expensive than anything else in the store now. Now for your bundle of grapes, $8. That's what the beef is, Everything is that way now. I couldn't believe it because me and Annette went shopping this morning. I took her shopping. We filled up the cart. Because I haven't gone shopping, so it was I went shopping today, which was really big because I felt no any sort of I didn't feel any pull to want to get any food or alcohol. It felt like I felt really released. Something happened yesterday where I had this major emotional release. We were really low on funds because I have not been feeling well and I've been just out of sorts, ever since I got back from New York, because the alcohol and just everything, I don't know, I've been very just emotionally drained, and I think this was kind of the end of it. And so yesterday I didn't even know if I could work, but then someone was texting, I was like, all right, I'll go. Ended up turning in a 2-hour call, and then I had another one. So we went from pretty much not knowing if we were going to have money for food today to oh good, and I gave us. So we bought a bunch of things, and I was thinking it was going to be around at most $150, and it was $180, and I was I just was kind of where did that? Actually, but then I talked to Rich, it's oh, the fruit's gone through the moon. I was oh, that makes sense. Because we did get steak and stuff like that, but normally our bill's around $150 for because we just go to one store now. We just go to Smith's. It's just the cheapest. We get our beef there. We get everything. We don't do any sort of this one's, and it's all family now, which is the way it should have been. But I don't know if it's one of those things. I don't know. I know we took it too far, but I don't know if some of it was necessary or if maybe it was just me the whole time being insane and I should have just been more relaxed. Could have been that, but I have PTSD and anxiety through the moon and all this stuff. So I was erect, so I think I was making it very tense for everybody, and I was aware of that. But I think I wasn't aware how much. And definitely in the car and stuff. I still struggle with that, though. It's just hard because I have, fear in the car. But I'm working on it to not, definitely I'm stopping telling Richard what to do so much in the car. And I'm not being so... Yeah, I was, very controlling, but it was out of my, my own fear and PTSD and, OCD. It was, my own anxiety was causing that. It wasn't I was wanting to be controlling. It was my anxiety was causing me to freak out. If I didn't tell you what to do, I'm freaking out because I can't handle you driving, So, because Richard is one of those drivers. He's a good driver, but he kind of does his own thing sometimes, and that drives me nuts because I'm one of those very like rigid driver, but he's like one of those like trust his feelings kind of thing, and I'm like one of those, you know, by the book kind of. So, but I realized like this whole family is more like they just trust their feelings, and that, you know, and that it's an energy, and then they were able to just kind of like get through life in a more relaxed way, where a lot of us are like so like rigid. I was taught to be rigid, like military. You know, I was raised by military parents, and then I went in the military. And I went to a private school, you know, from kindergarten to 8th grade, and like everything was, you know, very rigid. And then my mom died, and I was like, and then everything went to complete chaos. And so everything went to chaos for so many years that when I got here, I just turned really rigid right away, because that's the only way I knew how to kind of like make it better. Because I honestly didn't want to make this better at first. Like I was like, oh dear, I don't want to deal with this, but I couldn't let it continue, because like Annette was going to die and they were going to lose the house and stuff. So all I knew was just kind of turn on, you know, put on my combat boots kind of thing. And I was very militaristic for the last couple of years. And I was thinking about, I was like, man, they all just went to like boot camp, like for real around here. And now I'm like, and I'm like, I feel like Annette's a little bit angry, because I've apologized to both of them a bunch of times. And I feel like Annette's now kind of feeling a little bit of anger towards me, which is fine. I'm good with that. Like, not fully, but like today we went shopping. This is funny. We went shopping, and we always, so when we go, I'll let her kind of like pick things, and I'll say, you know, why don't you grab that or whatever, because I thought like she wanted to, and she does like to. But at one point while we were shopping, she goes, like under her breath, I'm not your slave. And I'm like, oh, sorry, Dad. I wasn't trying to make you feel that way. I'll pick up the things. Like so I started picking up the things, and then she came back and started picking up the things again. But I was like, oh, like I hope, I guess she was feeling that way. So like I think she's now able to express herself more, because I think she was a little bit scared of me, like I was gonna get angry or something, you know what I mean? Because I was so I think that both Gloria and Annette, so they're kind of able to kind of like I keep telling Gloria, I'm like, I'm so sorry, we were so wrong, and she's like, I know. She's just kind of like basking in the, like, she's kind of like, yeah, I was waiting for you guys to like acknowledge you buffoons. So I think both of them are kind of like, so now I think they might get a little bit of, but also Annette is a little upset because I told her to go to New York too. So, but
She's great, but she doesn't like when you go.
yeah, but I think she has a little bit. I think she has a little bit of anger towards me, which I'm valid, because I yelled at Gloria several times, and that upsets Annette.
Where is Nettie right now? They want to know.
She was in her room. Is she still there? Gloria seems to be doing much better today. She's actually on the couch, which is progress. She has not been on the couch. She's just been laying in bed for like a couple of weeks now, pretty much. And so Richard kind of kept telling me, but I was kind of like in my own haze, because I was still in the alcohol haze and the sugar and all that, and my own addiction. So I wasn't really seeing that. I was still like, what happens when you're in an addiction is you get really selfish and you get self-centered. So like everything seems like people are taking from you or messing with you, but usually it's just you trying to hide something, you know what I mean? A lot of my anger towards Gloria was I got embarrassed if I was, eating bad food, or like when I drank her wine, I felt like judgment. That was just my own judgment to myself, because I don't think she even cares or remembers. But I feel like, oh, she's just seen they're mad that I drank her wine, a couple weeks ago, because we haven't been able to get her wine, or she's seen they're mad because she can't have wine because Joy's an alcoholic. But I don't even think she remembered or cared. You know what I mean? It's just like, but I'll be like thinking she's thinking these things about me, because really it's my own embarrassment and shame. And so I'm projecting her thoughts of how I really feel about myself, but then I'm able to get angry at her instead of myself. Oh, she's thinking these bad things. It was really, I'm just thinking those things about myself. So the more I was kind of like trying to hide things, like one of the trips, Richard wanted me to immediately stop drinking, and he didn't even give me like 2 days. And so then I kind of like slipped up on that, and we got in some fights over that. But it was like trying to sneak things makes things so much worse. So like if you, like, I know some people it's difficult because some of your loved ones can't accept, but like the more you can just be honest, you'll want to do the addiction less, and they'll be less hard on you. But the like sneaking where it's like no, don't ever do it, and if I catch you, you're in trouble, then it's only going to cause the addict to want to do the thing, and then it's just going to cause a lot of anger and sneaking and more. And the addict's going to go worse into the addiction because they're sneaking. So Richard has been really cool about like just being like, whatever you need, especially when you come back from New York, you know what I mean? If you have to have some sugar, you know, because when you with sugar, I get wacky too, and I get really irritable the next day, you know. And I'm like, you know, like one day I had some ice cream, and the next day I was like, you know, like all bitchy. This is before all this. I'm hoping like literally, I think I've changed as a person, and
That sounds good. Someone makes it. Rose Garden says when she wants a drink, what she makes is she gets water with ice, puts some baking soda in it, and squeezes fresh lemon in it. She calls it a soda lemon fizz.
That sounds nice. I know, because honestly, it's like this weird. Richard keeps thinking it's more the sugar than anything else, because it's like I go for like the apple ciders, you know, those hard ciders. So it's like I'm going for like something very sugary. He's like, I think you're just wanting sugar, and then I don't know. But I'm like, no, but I think I want the alcohol because I am an alcoholic. So I'm. It's kind of one of those things that I just have to like be like, it's just not acceptable. You know what I mean? Like, especially because I basically have like 3 people that are relying on me and myself. You know, I have to take care of myself too. So 4 people. And when I drink, I just don't care. And that's not right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm going to go, you know, say I'm going to take care of it, because I could choose not to, because I don't want to take care of it, but I say I want to, and I do. So then to just like F off in a sense is not right. It's very reckless. So I'm really kind of like, keep running that through my mind. And I'm one of those people that once I finally like lock into the idea, so I'm thinking in the next 24 days, I'm probably going to lock into like, nah, I'm not going to drink it. That was bad. But it's still a little bit of a struggle right now. Like I keep telling Richard, these 24 days are no struggle. That's not a struggle at all. Like that's the thing with me. I can go like, oh, but my struggle is, what am I going to do in New York? But that's where like, the 24 days like, oh, no problem, I'm going to New York. But then it's like, no, but what am I going to do in New York? Am I really going to start drinking immediately and like just be insane again? Like, I made it X amount of days by then, you know, because it'll be 24 plus 12. So, hey, 36 days. So then am I just going to like be like, oh, screw it, I'm in New York and throw it all. So it's like, I'm hoping each day I get stronger. And I know I'm not going to falter from there. That's what's crazy about me. I'm like, that is no question. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not going to falter. It's like, because that's how rigid I can be. But then I'm one of those, I can be rigid and then I like cut loose and I go, and then I don't care. And that's the reckless part. That I think as an adult, you can't do that. You know, when you're young in your 20s, you can. When you're not like taking care of a family, whether you be the breadwinner or you're just the mom, you know, or the stay-at-home dad or whatever, you know, whatever it is. Okay, so but if you're taking care of people that are relying on you.
Maybe just give a little PSA, public service announcement, because, you know, you're broadcasting live on X now. So a lot of people from X are coming over, and some of the people are the troller stalkers from your other channels. So just that's why you're getting a lot of like weird stuff out there, guys.
Oh, I haven't even been reading it, so
okay,
I don't know.
You
But yeah, welcome if you're coming from X. So yeah, the Mets game yesterday, I knew that was not going to happen, but I was just I couldn't not bet that they were going to sweep the Yankees. But I was like, oh, but yeah, that I didn't get to watch much of because I was going through this whole emotional thing, which literally I've become like a new person, you guys. Like I feel like I was like literally had like my head up my ass this whole time, and I'm like I was like an asshole that didn't realize it. I'm an asshole. Say what?
Like I can make her like stay here and not drink, but I think she's like, dude, it's like my body can handle it. I can handle it. You know, it's not ideal, but.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Well, they're saying that I should make you stop drinking. I said, well, I don't think you particularly want to because a couple things. One, it's your job.
Well, no, it really, the thing is, Richard is just letting me, well, for many years we had a no drinking rule. That's been our rule for like years. Like I could not drink a drop. Like that was like, we just did not. And we've done that. And we've done the rigid thing. What I'm saying is me and Richard are going through all new phases of like fully like just being like, okay, go do what you think you want to do? Is that what you really want to do? And so what he's letting me do is say, go drink in New York. Is that what you want? And I'm realizing I don't feel good. I feel like crap when I get home. You know, I mean, I'm one of those people, it doesn't take me too long to like figure out like this doesn't make sense because I'm like a very logical person. So, but when I just said I'm never going to do it, then it became this like glamorous thing, you know what I mean? So the more I like go through it, I'm like, that really wasn't that fun. Like last trip, I did not feel well.
I should either go with you or make it so you don't have to go, right?
No, okay, so none of those things are, okay, listen, Richard cannot go because he needs to be here recording that. That's the whole point. But also when he goes, I don't work as well because we just want to hang out. And it's a small hotel room and we have to spend double the price of everything if he goes with me, so that makes no sense. But listen, okay, but the other thing is, I like going to New York. As you guys don't get, like, I just don't like being away from my family. Okay, but listen, I can't live in New York 24/7. So this is the best of both worlds is that I get to go to New York for like 2 weeks and then I get to live in Las Vegas. And when I'm in New York, it's actually kind of cool because I get to experience like what like it would live like if in New York, like if you were like in college or something. Like that's what I feel like, which I never got to experience, you know what I mean? So it was like because I ended up going to the Air Force and didn't even get to go to college. So it was like, so I get to have like almost like a dorm life when you're living in a hotel. It's kind of like a dorm, and like, you know, I'm being like doing my own thing, but I get insanely bored. Like I do not like being alone for very long. So, and I can finish things so quickly on my own. So like I organize my room, you know, I go do my shopping, I do my cooking, and then I work even, and then half the time I'm like just sitting there. We're here, I have a gazillion things to do, and I like taking care of people. So when I am in New York, I do insanely miss them. But I am also in New York, so it's like this amazing thing of like, imagine being like the coolest place in the world, but you do miss your family. But it's like, so I don't mind going, but I don't want to go all the time because I do really miss my family and I like being home. And the more now, especially now that we're all getting along, like I just love being home. But I'm someone that'll just sit here on the couch, you know, I'll be like, Lori, just sit on the couch all day. So I think they say, well, Joe, you're only 40, so let's still make sure you know, you're experiencing life a little bit by sending you to New York for 2 weeks. So it's not in any way like a torture, but it's not also like just pure bliss. It's like work with some fun, you know what I mean? Because I'm in New York City. If you've never been there, then you don't understand what I'm saying. Going to New York City is amazing. So like, even if it was torture, you'd be like, I'm in New York City. But this is like, you know, in New York, I prefer my job than here because most of my clients are much nicer in New York. They're a lot more demanding, like in the sense that they're more needy, but they're just nicer to me. Here, my clients tend to be not as nice. So when I'm there, I actually don't mind that part of it, but I don't really like working when I'm with my family because I want to be like, it's two different lives. So like when I'm home, I like to just chill. I don't actually like leaving here to go to this trip because this is a different experience. But when I'm in New York, I'm like ready to work. When I'm in New York, I'm like ready to work. And that's how we used to be. When I'm in New York is how we always were. But once we moved here, it was different. So I was always ready to work, always for the whole time we've been together until we moved here. And then now I'm like, I feel like, you know, a house mom. It's just weird when I go out to work. So, but in New York, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, well, at least I can get out of my hotel room and I get to go check out either cool places all around the city or cool hotels or just all kinds of different things, you know. And people always teach me so much stuff because people in New York are like the smartest people in the world. I mean, they have this. So I learned a lot. I learned about all of our bong stuff. That's how we learned about that smoke, the air, HEIR. We would have never known about that. I learned that from a client in Brooklyn, actually. And the little pipe. Yeah. But yeah. But when I'm in New York, I really do miss them.
Matthew T is here.
Oh, hey, Matthew T. And especially this time, I'm getting worried because I really want Richard to pick up the slack. I don't want Gloria to have to be like cleaning and cooking much while I'm gone. And so it's like, I really need, I'm going to be like more worried this time around because she's getting more worried. She just kind of wants to relax because she had a lot of energy for a while, but
you are amazing and you are fun to listen to.
Oh, thank you. And I feel terrible, you guys, for what happened, but in the last couple of years, I mean, it's been around a while. I understand why you guys are mad, and it's embarrassing, but it's like, it's hard to describe. Like, I do regret it, But I don't know if it was not, like, some of it may have been necessary, but not to the level I went, if that makes sense. But it was pretty insane here. It was kind of like having, like, 4 wild stallions in one house and trying to figure out, like, how we're going to all work out. Because we all were just, like, you know. And now we're all kind of docile. I think I was the final one to kind of, everyone else had chilled out and I was still running around. But no, this was, definitely the 4 of us are not, like, we're not passive people. We're all very, fiery people in here, the 4 of us. And so it was insane when we first got here. Just the chaos. I mean, it's just weird to think back. It was just, everybody was chaotic. And everybody was fighting. It was just, I don't know. And so I definitely was harsh for way too long, especially to Gloria. I was really angry at her because I felt that she had dropped the ball. But I realized there's no way she could have held the ball. Does that make sense? Like, we were giving her an expectation she could have never met. And then I'm like, oh, you didn't meet that expectation. And so, yeah, it was unfair. Because there's something, the more we get to know her now, we didn't really know her that well. And you realize, like, sometimes you don't really know your parents. You think you do, but you don't really, like, know. Like Gloria doesn't talk much about her past. So, like, we don't, we were talking about that. We're like, we need to find out more before she goes, because she's the only one that knows some of these things. She doesn't like to. I think there's some trauma there. And she really doesn't like Panama. And she really liked coming to America. And so, I don't know. We first thought she was going to move to Panama. That was our first plan. That's why we didn't just, like, abandon her. We were going to move to Panama. We were going to get set up, and we thought Gloria would come. She wanted nothing to do with going back to Panama. So she wanted to be in Vegas. So that's why we eventually came to Vegas. Because we were not trying to abandon Gloria. We wanted to be ultimately near Gloria. That's why we went from Panama to Vegas. And then the New York thing was only because Vegas went down the toilet. We weren't trying to live there long term. But once we got there, we wanted to stay because you don't want to leave. But can't stay in New York forever unless you're a billionaire. You have a very different means of income than I have. So, but I do enjoy going because once you go to New York, it's hard to leave. And I realized a lot of my anger in the last couple of years was because I felt Richard ripped me away from New York. And he did because I was so sick. Like, and I didn't see it.
When I met you is a thing.
Well, but some of my recent anger why I didn't want to work when we got back and stuff. Why I, kind of quit working when we got back is because I didn't want to leave New York, but he ripped me out of New York because I was so unhealthy. Like, my bulimia had taken over, and I was so sick. Like, when I look back at my photos, I'm like, I was like, and I was just, it was bad. Like, my worst photos I've ever seen of, like, I didn't even realize how thin I was because you lose track when you're there. And you just keep going, And,
You thought you were fine.
and I thought it was fine, and then I'm like, whoa, it was horrifying. So he literally, he bought the tickets, without me knowing, and then he's like, we're leaving tomorrow, and I was really mad because I didn't want to leave New York because I loved New York. This is in 2022. And so when we first got here, I was like, because I was like, no, you're not going to bring me back from New York and bring me to Vegas, because then, like, the clients here were like, the dollar amount, I just, because there I was getting paid so much more, and then just the appreciation level, how rude they are, and then there's no business, and I'm just sitting around, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous, now we have no money, and there in New York, even though you're spending the money, even though everything's expensive, you're still always making money. Here it was like, we're just sitting here, and so I just kind of gave up. And I still kind of was a little bit angry, I think, not getting to be in New York. But now I realize I don't want to be in New York full time. Because now when I go there for 2 weeks, I'm like, I'm ready to come home. And I'm like, this is just perfect. And I do because I am kind of living in New York and Vegas. But I'm glad that the majority of my time is spent in Vegas. And the summer, I'm spending a lot of time in New York, but, after summer, I'll probably spend more time in Vegas, not go as often. But summers in Vegas are terrible. You just sit here just waiting for business. So, the fact I worked yesterday was, amazing, because summers can just be and, because it's hot here. No one wants to be here. There's not very many conventions when it's this hot.
No.
And they have still not been doing good. I guess they had their worst 4th of July ever. The problem is, sports betting is available online now. So, like, that's really killed Vegas on top of everything else, on top of the pandemic and everything.
So much better though.
But, yeah, it's better to bet in person.
Way better to bet
I mean,
online, though. It's so much easier than walking
It's
up that thing.
yeah, but it's better. I like the way they do it in person better. And sometimes they don't give you the things you want online, but it is much easier. And then you just cash it out. You don't have to. I mean, you just use your same thing. So we did get our money back because I said that.
Adriana's here.
Oh, hey, Gianna. Adriana Lally with the shirts. The wonderful, what is it? Dead. Gosh. So still not, I can't remember. I'll think of it. Dead Clothing Company or something like that. We've been doing these concentrates. I was saying they were on sale yesterday at Oasis. So we have like a bunch of concentrates, and then now we have like a ton of food. Cause Richard, I forgot, went out last night. So we have like frozen beef. We got like 4 or 5 steaks. And we have 5 steaks, but all of them were on sale. So we're just all now we're giving Gloria and Annette at least 1 steak a day, if not 2 a day. They share it, and they're loving that. And Annette's feeling better. She's starting to lose some weight. And then they have all their other snacks too. Like I got them the other goodies today. Because Richard was kind of being a little rigid when I wasn't feeling well. I was just pure protein for everybody, and snacks were kind of getting pretty sparse. So I went and got him at least I got Gloria like those like pretzel chips. They look a little better than the the ones that they say. I don't know, get them over in the nicer section. I forget what they're called. And then I got them, their bread and their bagels and their French bread. And we got bananas and peaches and grapes. And then we got some cheese. And
How did you like the price of the grapes?
horrible. Yeah, I was saying that. Be careful. I did not know they're $8 for the bag of grapes. And we're not going to eat that whole bag. Like, Annette's going to only eat a little bit of it, you know what I mean? And Gloria a little bit. So it's like, I throw out so many grapes. So I had no idea. You like my nostrils? And I got bad blush on today, so don't be laughing. But anyways, I'm trying to experiment with putting blush on, but I'm not very. It's this little thing that it's like this liquid stuff, so that's why it's becoming a disaster. And I don't have any other blush right now. We've been on Slim Pennies, and that money we're trying to use to make sure to get some things on the Prime Day that like we really need. Like we were gonna get Gloria's bed on the Prime Day, but I think we'll be able to get that on credit. But we'll need a couple of other things. Like she needs some curtains, and we actually have to return that vacuum. That one's poopy, and get a different one, and a handful of other things that Richard had on. I don't know. Is everything on sale on Prime Day or just certain things?
Everything's gonna be on sale, but
Oh, cool.
We'll see how it is, man. Last year, though, it's a big saving, man.
Yeah, as I said, anything can get on there on Prime Day. Oh, my lips are dry. But yeah, we're just really gonna really embrace Gloria because we don't know how much longer she has. And I even said that Richard should go and get her coffee today. And we might bring coffee back for her because we weren't ever trying to take it from Gloria. We were taking it from Annette, but Annette doesn't really want it anymore. So Annette now realizes she feels better without caffeine. She'll have it once in a while, but she sees the difference. Because like if you give it to her one day, if you ask her the next day, she's like, and so she knows, she can tell that she feels different. Mm-hmm. So, but she wasn't aware because she was doing it so often. But now, like if she had a Red Bull one day, she did, and it kept her up for like 2 days. The next day, Richard says, after he says, "You want another?" She's like, "No," you know what I mean? And I was like, "I don't get rid of them," but she didn't even want one. But that she is now realizing. So when I think at first she was angry at me for taking these things away, but now she's realizing. But now we're realizing maybe for Gloria, and especially in her last, hopefully years, it could be, who knows. We'll just give her back the things that her coffee and stuff. I even got her sugar today, because she likes to put sugar in her coffee. I mean, we don't want to increase her diabetes, but we also don't want to restrict her. So, yeah. But the thing is, those things were taken away because of Annette, not Gloria. And the thing was, Gloria was not working with us. So most of our anger came from that we were trying to help Annette and get Annette off meth and get Annette healthy and get her on her meds. Everything Gloria was
super excited about the coffee idea.
Okay, good. Why don't you take Annette to go? You guys should even... No. I'll talk to them, but take Annette and get...
Oh, you mean now? Just run over to the...
Yeah, run over and take...
Real quick.
Whatever's the closest coffee shop. I don't know what's around here.
Get her a pre-made coffee?
Yeah, get her like a latte or something,
don't I just
or a
get her-
mocha. Does she? Oh, that would take her pink. Bring her back a little hot coffee.
Like a mocha?
Yeah. Oh, you could even probably get that donut place up the way. Bring her
You gotta tell me where to go.
a mocha. A
I'm
mocha would be
wondering where to
great.
go. I'm trying to figure out where to go. Do I
Well,
go?
there's a donut place right up the
Albertsons
street.
has the Starbucks in it, right when you walk in, or is that Smith's? Which one?
Oh,
has it?
that's Albertsons. Yeah, go to Albertsons. There's a Starbucks there.
Okay, or
Yeah.
Starbucks, or is there one closer?
No, oh, that's the same one that coffee. That donut place probably has
What
coffee.
donut
But
place?
I'll be right by the Dotties.
I don't even know what donut place you're talking
The
about.
Wicked Donuts or something.
Oh.
They probably make mochas at donut places.
Yeah,
now.
I'll bet Starbucks does.
Yeah, do Starbucks and maybe see
What-
if Annette wants something.
Do you want anything?
No. I don't want caffeine.
Give me the keys.
No, I don't want caffeine. That's one thing I don't ever want to cave in on. I don't know. I don't.
Okay, let me come and say hi.
I don't want caffeine. I don't have a desire for that. Hey, do you need this?
No, I just want to say hi. Listen, I'm gonna go get some coffee for the ladies.
All right, cool. Do you? Oh wait. Do you need? Oh wait. I think you need the card that I have. I think you need the card that I have.
Yeah, give me that one.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah, I'll use that. I might
Switch
have
around.
cash. Do I have cash? No, I don't have cash.
I don't think you have cash. No. I think you spent it on Lynette's cigarettes.
I might have enough though.
Oh, here, but you can have it.
Throw it on there.
I know you can have it. We've been switching. I lost my access to.
Do we need cigarettes? We have cigarettes.
No, we got that. You got those yesterday with the cash. I lost my access to my digital card with all my phone
you go to
issues.
Starbucks a lot. Gloria loves, you know what she loves, like a chocolate mocha. So what do
Yeah,
I
I would get her a. Does she like white chocolate or does she like regular chocolate better? Why don't you ask her first? But if she doesn't know, I would get her like a grande mocha. So like I go to Starbucks.
Wait a minute. She has diabetes.
I know, but we can't just let her enjoy herself a little bit.
Can I get her a sugar-free one?
If I can do sugar free. Yeah.
Okay,
That would be boring for her. Just let her enjoy herself a little bit.
I feel like that's what making her sleep all the time is a problem.
No, I think it was us. I think she's feeling better.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, it's supposed to be mean. Being an asshole. I think she's feeling better. I think a lot of it was just like we had made her feel. Sorry, I need to put some chapstick on. It's ridiculous. I talk forever. My lips get all chapped. Okay, here we go, guys. I have so much chapstick. I just never put it on. It's ridiculous. How things that I need to, not how these things happen. I just forget to do it.
She really doesn't know what she wants. She thinks she wants regular chocolate.
Yeah, get her a
I don't
mocha.
think she's ever had white chocolate. She probably would love it, but
Get her a mocha.
a mocha.
I feel like white chocolate is almost more sugary than.
So I just say just a mocha. Is that it?
Yeah, like a grande mocha.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be a coffee guy.
Get her a grande mocha.
a grunt. No.
Well, that's it. Well, the tall is pretty small though, right? Because there's that, and then there's the grande.
There's only two sizes.
Well, and then there's the bigger ones.
Oh, I don't
But
want the big one.
The big one is
She's
venti.
not gonna drink a big full thing.
yeah, just get her a grande. Because the tall is like it's so dinky, and if you're gonna bring her a little coffee, get her a grande. Because she'll sip on it all day. Get her a grande.
Yeah.
Grande is like the second size. It's not the
Tall is
tiny,
small.
tiny size. Tall is the tiny size. And grande is the second size. And then they have venti. And I don't know if they have above that.
Listen,
That's the
okay,
last time I
just
knew.
so you guys know,
Last time I went to Starbucks was
What this
2018.
girl does is basically all she does has done in the last like 12 days is just weed and a little bit of sugar. That's probably the worst thing that she's done. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah, a little bit of sugar, yeah.
But weed is actually good. Sugar is the bad thing.
No, the weed has been awesome. And like I said, we got these amazing concentrates that, well, we have that dab rig that we put on our bong. So you guys, if you have a little bit of money to spend, so don't think like, okay, we used to think that you should only spend like $50 on a bong, but then we're like, but think about how much you spend on the weed. And like something that you're going to use all the time. Because I remember the first time Richard wanted to get an expensive bong, I was like, oh, no way. No, absolutely not. I'm such a Richard annoying person. I mean, it's not like Richard just goes, I mean, I'm like every single, no. So he has, like, he's always like, I have no freedom. So now I'm kind of like letting him finally. But for years, it was like, oh, no, absolutely. So I'd always make him get like the cheap stuff. And then finally, it took several years, I realized he's never going to want the cheap things. So what would happen is we'd have to return things like 90 times. And I'd be like, fine, get the most expensive thing for most of the stuff. Because like Richard just needs, like he utilizes things, if that makes sense. So if we're going to get something, get the nice thing because we're going to use it a lot, you know, and we don't like get things we don't need, but like the things that we use, we just use things, you know what I mean? Like, cause we sit at home all day and we just do things. Like if we were going to use a light or a tripod, we're going to use it a lot more than probably other people. Or my suitcase, that's a wonderful Samsonite. I've already banged him up. I'm probably going to get one more trip with him. And that's like a really nice suitcase, but it's gone like, what now? This will be 7 work trips. This will be the 7th trip for that suitcase to go to Manhattan, and 8th time I go ever. But we used to have these other suitcases. Those were great too. Those were Samsonites. That's why I realized Samsonite's the way to go. And I'm not Samsonite. I was way off. I seriously had always had like crappy suitcases and had flown with just like heavy, awkward things, like especially in the Air Force. Oh, the Air Force stuff is the worst. That duffel bag in basic training is in no way comfortable on any sort of level ever. And no matter how you pack your bag, it's just this big old barrel that you're supposed to pack things that are not awkward on your back, which of course they are, because there's no structure to it. The worst thing. And then they give you these horrible bags that have like no handle. Like it's like they have a handle to just put over your arm if you're holding it like this. Well, no girl can hold this stuff down like that. It's too heavy. So you want to like throw it over your shoulder. No, the handle's not for that. It's just this one that like clamps, and you would hold it as if like you were walking like, you just try to make it as if, so then, stupid me, I don't think like, let's get something easier. I get myself another duffel bag after being, you know, in basic training and all that. And the other one I'm talking about is as a flyer. This is our one we have to have ready if we're going to be deployed. Stupidest bag. But I went and got myself this duffel bag that said like U.S. Air Force at the like commissary or whatever they're called, the stores. And that bag was the worst. I traveled with that bag for years. It could fit a lot, but it was so heavy. I still had that in our storage unit. It was this huge, massive, like just regular duffel bag. But that thing has either got this huge strap that's just like so awkward and the bag's all over, or you're like trying to hold it like so awkward traveling. Like you're like tired by the time you get there. And I do like a backpack. Travel like that for years. And then as soon as I met Rich, we got like these really nice Samsonite suitcases. Rich was like, no, we gotta get the Samsonite, I gotta get the good ones. And I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, oh yeah. I mean, traveling with a nice suitcase is just like effortless. And you don't worry about like overpacking it because they can hold a lot. So you just pack that thing and it's heavy as shit. And it's like the wheels are, otherwise I worry the wheels are gonna break or something. But yeah, it just makes traveling so much better. So I've gotten so good at traveling now. Like I just know it so well now. I've gone like the same route so many times now. So it's kind of becoming like kind of fun, like in the sense of just even like I'm getting really good at just traveling to New York. And so when everyone acts like it should be stopped, it's really probably just because you're jealous because you want to go to New York. You know, because I've been there. I know when I worked at the Civic, which is the place where I first met Rich. That was the condo building that he owned a unit there. There was this girl that worked before me, and she got to go to New York. And I remember, like, I didn't even know her, but, like, there was another girl that I knew in the building who had been friends with her because she, like, befriended both of us because we were both concierge. But we didn't work at the same time. And I remember just feeling like, just kind of like that's like what I really wanted. But I don't know if everyone's as much as me because, you know, I grew up like, you know, my mom always talked about New York, but just like this yearning. Like I normally don't get jealous, but I was just like, oh. But I never thought I would go to New York. Like I don't know. I didn't think I'd ever go. I just thought it'd be too expensive or like why. And Richard kept saying we were gonna go, and I remember really not wanting to go, to be honest. I think I was scared. I remember he bought plane tickets early on during the pandemic, like early on, like in the beginning of 2020 or whenever the pandemic first hit, I don't remember. Whenever they were making the tickets very cheap and they were, you could change the dates forever. They were like forever you could change it. So he bought us 2 first class tickets for like the price they were selling for like economy. And the dates could be changed whenever to New York. And so we had those when we went to Panama, and he kept saying we were going to go to New York, and I didn't want to go. Like I was like, I don't know, I was like almost like scared to go. You know, it was like this because it was like something I wanted to do, but it scared me. And then once we went there, I was like, oh my God. I felt immediately at home when we went to New York. Like, I was like, oh, I've been outplaced my whole life. Like, I'm a New Yorker that was put in California. No wonder why no one likes me. I guess I'm like this erratic person. That's like everybody in New York. I mean, people pass me and I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought I was the fastest walker on the planet, but apparently not even close. Here, like, I just like pass by people like crazy. This family, oh my God. Well, and that's fast, but I've always been like this super fast walker. People are irritated. I'm like doing everything, so speeding around. In New York, I'm slow. Like people like passing, get out of my way. I'm like, good God, I don't even think I can get my legs going that fast. Whew. I mean, I think I'm fast. Like New York is crazy. People and just regular old people even passing you. Like I thought I was in shape. Apparently not. And it's just a different energy there. I mean, people just, for one thing, there's an energy. So, like, people have like, the longer I lived in New York, the faster I walked. I remember walking one time, like, just like, I remember just being, like, walking, like, 20 blocks, no problem. You know, we'd be like, oh, we don't want to Uber up there. I'll just walk, no worries, you know what I mean? It'd just be, like, walk. And it was, like, now I'm like, now I go there, I'm like, oof. But when you live there, you just get used to it. But when we first got there, we were very winded. But yeah, it's just an energy there, and you don't sleep much. So it is something that is hard to live there long term. And no one's really happy when they live there long term because that energy is draining. You know what I mean? Because you can't stay at that pace forever. But when you can go just get a little taste of it, you know, for like 2 weeks, I'm like, I honestly right now feel like my life couldn't be better. Like I've gone through this whole thing where like, I let people judge me, and for a second I was like, this job sucks, whatever, but I'm like, no, it doesn't really suck that much. And especially going to New York, no, it doesn't suck that much. So I've been like, now just been like, this is what I'm doing, and until further notice, until, you know, I decide I want to do something else. But this is what I'm going to do for now, and then, you know, we like doing the channel, but the channel isn't, you know, how we make our money, but we enjoy doing the channel. And, you know, we needed to take that more serious. We were very reckless with the channel. You know, we taught some lessons. And we were just children on here, and now we kind of finally feel like we're adults. And we were yelling at children, too, which is ridiculous. So we're sorry, you know, as me and Richard especially, fully sorry for the way that we acted, you know, at the beginning of this, but the channel has actually helped us, you know what I mean, and it's helped us be better to Gloria, because we had a lot of anger towards her, and some of it was valid, because it was mainly from Richard, and what happened, I was explaining to Richard this morning, is most of my anger was stemming from him, because he would bitch to me all day. This is before you guys ever saw. You guys only saw me bitching, but that was after years of Richard bitching about his mom because she drove him nuts. And I had to always be the go-between. And even when we first got here, it was, I can't say you go to, you know. And so finally, by the time we started doing the channel, they were kind of getting along, but I had like, you know, had all of this for years, like animosity towards her. And so it just kind of like, just catapulted up. And then I was also angry about the fact that I was having to work so hard for her not, you know. But really, a lot of my anger was towards Richard because, you know, but he didn't know either, you know. But so there was a lot of anger towards, like, there was a lot of anger of everybody towards each other. And now, like, I think we've all worked through it. Like, me and Richard have talked through a lot of stuff. I expressed some things that were making me very angry that he was doing. And I felt he wasn't listening to me at times. And I made him, like, listen to me, like, and it was very difficult for him. Oops, hold on. Hopefully it's not Richard. Oops. Hold on. Oops. 1 second, guys. Okay, you guys still there? Sorry, I just put the phone on Jennifer. It was really difficult when I first got back from New York, and I was still kind of drinking, so I'm a little bit more like, you know, you're gonna do this, you know, obstinate, kind of like belligerent a little bit. But I was like, no, I want you to listen to me right now. I want you to sit there and stop talking. And he kept talking And I'm like, that's not listening, you know. And so he finally let me express what I wanted to say, and I didn't remember exactly what it was that I said, but it just felt good because I was like, oh, thank you. Okay. And then ever since then, he's changed a lot too. But then I finally woke up to like my part of it, you know what I mean? Because I was kind of like viewing it as like, I'm taking care of everyone and everyone's like attacking me, but really it was like, I mean, it was super aggressive caretaker in a sense, you know, of like just like making it miserable for everybody. And then I would feel like upset when everyone was like happy when I was in New York. Like, why is everybody happy? Like, I was like, the drill sergeant's gone, you know. And so I don't know, it kind of just dawned on me. But some of that was necessary because there was no structure here. And without some of it, but I just took it too far, you know. And that's all I knew, because I only knew one way, you know. I was raised by military parents, and they're mean. My parents are mean. And Richard was like, do you see the difference like being mean and being messy? I was like, yeah. Because I thought it would be better to be mean than to be messy. It's like, yeah, let's keep everything, you know. But it was like, because my family was so structured but mean. And so, yeah, we've just been kind of really, I don't know, finally finding ourselves, I guess, just there. And the thing is, addiction is really the issue with like when it takes over. And like, you know, we were so insane of like, you can never have sugar, no, but then there's things where it takes over, you know what I mean? And so like with me, the alcohol takes over. With me, if the eating disorders can take over. And I never really been into drugs, really. I mean, I did do some cocaine in my past, but it wasn't my thing. Like, I did it. I mean, I liked it for the time, but, like, my thing was always alcohol. And the food were my issues, the sugar. So those things kind of always kept me away from a lot of other things. So a lot of times people will be judgmental because maybe they'll be in other addictions. Like, you'll have people that are obese that judge people that are doing, you know, maybe a drug addiction, but it's like you're both doing addictions. They're just different, but they're very similar. And they all stem from some sort of hurt or pain that you're trying to, you know, numb. And some addictions are more deadly than others. A lot of them are kind of equally deadly almost, if you really think about it. Like, if you think about food, well, you have a lot of complications with that, where you can get very unhealthy. You know, you get your diabetes, you can get obese with, you know, if you're doing what I did, you can have all other sorts of complications. Okay, well, you go alcohol, that one's got plenty. I mean, we were watching that Leaving Las Vegas. That's making me be like, I don't know if I want to do that to my body again. I mean, there's so many things with alcohol. And then you go, okay, well, drugs, okay, well, each one has, you know, it's each thing. But each one, if you're doing it in excess, is going to be an issue. And if you're letting it be the focus of your life. Because there's no way you can say you're focusing fully on your family or your loved ones when you are deep in an addiction. Because there's just no way. It's not your fault. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you're addicted. You know what I mean? Like, when I am addicted to alcohol, you have to keep alcohol out of the house. Like, the day before I stopped, I tried to stop the day before that. But Richard said, are you going to be okay? There is some wine in the house. And I said, oh, yeah. And before, like, noon, I found the wine. He had, like, hid it. And I said, okay, Richard, tomorrow we can't have any alcohol. Because as much as I wanted to avoid it, like, I was that addicted that I was, like, I didn't even actually try to look for it first. I saw it, and I was like, oh. And then once I saw it, I was like, because I was cleaning out there or something, and I was like, because he had moved it somewhere. I didn't think I would see it, and then I was like, oh. So I said keep the alcohol away in the beginning because I was that fully addicted. But now it's been 12 days, and I went to the store, and I was like, no, I even forgot about alcohol, to be honest. I was shopping on the net, and alcohol didn't even, like, come to my mind. I mean, we don't go by that aisle unless we're trying to. It's kind of like, they have it at Smith's, it's in the middle of the store, and part of it is you even have to go in and, it's a separate part where, you know, like for the liquor, we don't go in there, but, you know, where you have to pay there. But they do have the, we used to give the ciders, those are available, you know, but it's still like its own little section, you know, so it's like you almost have to kind of go out of your way to go there. So it felt good today, and I felt strong today because I told Richard, I said, really? You don't have to worry about the next 24 days. It's more, I have to figure out what I'm going to do in New York. That's the thing. Because I know I can be strong for that, and then I'm like, okay, Joy, I just got to be strong when I get to New York, too. But that's why he's like, yeah, I can see you're going to be fine. It's more, we're going to wonder what's going to happen in New York. I'm like, So it really is all my mindset, But I do feel that a lot of my drinking was kind of because I was angry and wanted to be like, F everybody and F everything. And now I don't feel that way. So I don't think I want to just zone out and not be, available kind of thing. But for a second, I did want to be that way. And so, yeah, we've just really, things have been changing so much. And it's weird. I don't even know how it all happened. I mean, it's beautiful because I wish it had happened sooner, but I guess it happened when it had to happen, you know what I mean? Because that's the world. You always, once you're smarter, you go, oh, I wish I knew that back then. But that's part of getting smarter, and no one is as smart as I think. But each day you're alive, you do get smarter, unless you literally stick your head in sand. But then you might be learning about sand, so you'll be all right. But, yeah, it's pretty impossible to not learn something each day. You just will. Because the universe is constantly evolving. So when you think you know everything, it's just a stupid mentality because there's no way you can. And then it's like, oh, you're done? You're done? Oh, at whatever age you are, that's it? You don't want to learn nothing more? Good for you. And the younger you are, the more arrogant you are. And so I, just by turning 40, really got knocked off my horse. It's been a... the car thing, and bumping the car, but also jumping out of the car. I mean, just all these things. Although I think that happened before I was 40, huh? That happened before I was 40, didn't it? Oh, good. That happened a couple days before I was 40. I've not jumped out of a car, so I was 40. But no, there was something about like even banging my car, the dumpster thing. It was a real release of me because I've been a control freak with the car because I had never been in an accident the entire time we've been together on any level. Nothing, not a scratch, nothing to the car. Where Richard's been bumping the cars like crazy, and my bumper cars, and so I would I was kind of get a little irritated. And then finally when I did that, I was like, and it didn't really irritate me that much. I was upset it happened, but then I was like, is it that big of a deal? I mean, what's beautiful is a car is fully functional. It looks stupid, but I broke nothing except for one light that doesn't matter. One of those lights that's not important, not a legal one. And so I was like, that's crazy for that because I thought if I had immediately cost us a fortune, that would I couldn't. I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't. I was sober that day and everything. It was just, Richard was saying, you had been drinking, in the last several weeks before that, so you just are a little bit more, on edge. And so, I remember I hadn't been driving, and then I just drove that day and was just off. Even though I wasn't drinking anymore, it takes a while to get back to your, normal sense of balance and equilibrium and stuff. And so people always go, oh, I wasn't drunk then, but it's yeah, but when was the last time you had drank before that? And I think mine would have only been a week or two. And so, it was I still was a little bit. So today even I still feel a little bit not fully myself, when I'm trying to do things. Okay, I have this weird sense of kind of feeling I'm limitless. Maybe that's gone away, maybe that's good. But where I'm oh, I can do anything, you can't stop me. And now I'm more oh, I'm not sure. I'll hold off on that, where I'll, not carry all the eggs with everything while I'm walking. So maybe not carry all the glass stuff at the same time in case I might break it. Because I was just oh, I'll never break it. I've been very cocky. So I don't know. Maybe that's gone for good. Maybe that's when you get older, you realize, yeah, you're stupid to think you're never going to break something or whatever, or you're never going to get in an accident or never, be wrong. And once that kind of goes away, you're a little bit your glass is shattered. So, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit, uneasy lately, very embarrassed, very much oh, pie in the face kind of thing. And very much oh, I see why everyone hated me. Because I always be why did everybody hate me? I like Gloria. And we're just I don't know, you're mean. No, I'm not. And I was really mean. I've been really cruel to Gloria. Just to kind of not letting her, have certain things like kind of like giving everything to Annette, like being like, oh, it's all for Annette, nothing for Gloria kind of thing. I mean, we were always giving it, but like being more like, it's more for Annette. Now it's like, oh, it needs to be equal. They both need to be. So the next time we can afford, probably when I'm in New York, to take Annette to get her hair, we're going to take Gloria too. So things like that, like not just take Annette. Now she feels a lot more like, cause like we're going out there all the time now, cause like we're cooking out there, we're doing everything out there, and I'm just like constant. Before I was like trying not to go out there, which I like going out there. So I was like stuck in my room, which made me miserable, and I like going out there, but I was like not wanting to go past Gloria for whatever reason, probably because I was more embarrassed for, if you think about it, and I was trying to act like it was her, but it was more me. But I fully apologized over and over, and I'll keep apologizing. But now I just keep saying things like, Gloria, thank you for letting us live here. We love living with you. We appreciate it. She just like smiles now and, oh yeah, no problem. Now I think she's just feeling back to like, we used to treat her like this, and then things kind of just went south. I don't even know what fully kind of snapped the thing of like where, I think it was really bad when Annette, because what happened, we were all getting along, and then Annette got off her meds, and then things went really haywire, and we were trying to get Annette on her meds. This is the time before like March 27th, 2024 was that? And, or was it the year before 2000? I don't remember. Whenever it was, 2023. When we got Annette, 2020. When we got Annette to the doctor, right before then, we were getting very frustrated with Gloria because we were desperately trying to get Annette like help, because she was like kept going and doing meth because Gloria kept giving her money, and she was berserk, and then she was like just so erratic, and she was breaking things, and she wasn't eating, and it was just this chaos, and we were trying to get her off the caffeine and trying to get her off the meth, and so we got very angry at Gloria for her not understanding. But she doesn't understand things. So like we were getting mad at something she can't help. She she wouldn't get it now. It was probably, she kind of does, but like we were expecting her to, we thought she was like fully normal. We're like, why are you not understanding? Like, then they can't have these things. So like we'd get so frustrated when she would give her money after we told her not to give her money. You know what I mean? We're like, why would you do that? So then we had to like take everything from Gloria, like don't give her caffeine, don't give her coffee, and she'd give her cup after cup, or and so we took all of our anger out on Gloria, but it was more a concern for Annette. But yeah, it was wrong. And she was way too old to take that, but she's so strong that we just didn't see it. You guys kept saying like, we still view her as like 50 something. I mean, Gloria's just like, but now we're seeing her for her real age, like oh, because she kind of like, if anything, has stayed strong all this time until we were fully able to kind of take over for her. Because the thing is, you guys, if we didn't step in, like who was going to take care of Annette when Gloria ultimately died? Like if we're not here, and they did just end up getting to live here and didn't get evicted, and Gloria eventually dies, like who was going to take care of Annette? We wouldn't even know where she was. Like imagine we were like in New York or something. So we had to come back from New York to save the family. And I at first was mad, kicking and screaming, basically go back to. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I was ready, but I was sad. But then I remember the day we left. I was like, all right. But it was sad, and then I missed New York. So so part of why me and Rich are together is because like he gave me New York, and that's like something that like no one could have given it to me on this level. Where like he goes, oh whatever, it makes you just like, I like working, so that's not a problem. Like I've always been someone that likes working. I don't like just sitting on my ass. So I enjoy working, and I know my job is a weird thing, but there's moments like yesterday that I do things for people that like are really meaningful, and it makes me realize like I am needed by certain lonely people that are not bad people. Sometimes very nice people that maybe are just not being appreciated themselves, you know what I mean? Maybe their wife is screaming at them like we were at Glory. And it's just, I don't know, like, it just kind of like, I give someone, a nice time. And I always try to make sure it's a nice time, even if I'm in a bad mood. But the more I'm in a bad mood, the less I can give a nice time. So I think I'm going to be better at my job now, too, because I've been in a really bad mood for, like, several years now. Like, really since we came back from New York. So I'm just kind of feeling like better now. I'm feeling like myself. I mean, I used to be a very happy person. I wasn't always a grump. And so, yeah, I just feel like it's kind of been like full circle. And, we got here in 2023, and now it's 2020. So it's like 2 years. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we've really fully become a real healthy. Also, like, I didn't even really know going to. Yeah. Oh yeah. And how about let's? Did you get the? Let's show. Bring them to show.
Oh gosh,
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
yeah. No, oh yeah. We're bringing to see what she thinks of it. I'm excited.
You know, she barely even. She tasted. She went. Blah.
Oh really?
She had to put a bunch of milk in it.
Oh no, she doesn't like it anymore, huh?
Well, you know, it's been a while. Well, how do you like it? Here. You got it? Don't spill your coffee. It's over there. I'm afraid she's gonna spill it. Yeah. If you move too quick, yeah. Be very careful. Perfect. Okay, guys, we're gonna do a, we're going to make some lunch now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready for lunch.
Yeah, let's do lunch. Do you want to do it on stream or?
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll do it up there, right?
Yeah. Are you
Okay.
doing it or me doing it?
I can do it. I can do it.
I can do this.
I will check it out. Let me do this first, then. Let me go, and then I'll get you set up, and then.
I gotta go pee.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do lunch now, guys. Whoa. I just ran to the Starbucks and we got Gloria a mocha, $7.
Oh my goodness.
I asked Annette if she wanted. They said she could get anything she wanted. You know what she said?
What?
She said she didn't want anything.
Oh, okay.
She looked at everything on the menu. I said, "You sure?" So she said no.
That's what she's making decisions or stuff.
Yeah, so those are her calls. What's up? Hey, Kev, what's up, man? You're a legend, bro. You are the legend. Yeah, Gloria's dancing.
Is she really?
She's dancing.
That lifted her spirit.
She lifted her spirit. She's dancing.
That's why she gets energy when she's out of the club because she gets a little caffeine. So.
Well, it might not be the caffeine. The alcohol might do the same thing for her, like it does for you. Something. Every day has a little something. Oh, Sammy, thank you. I think you're kind of a cutie. Huh?
Never tried to take it from her.
No. Joy, I mean, actually, right now, I'm really questioning. I feel a little bad giving it to her because it's our responsibility to make sure she's healthy.
No, but listen, it's actually our responsibility to make sure she's enjoying the last.
But of course, she's gonna love.
Her being healthy for the next 10 years might not be what she wants.
So her enjoying a cup of coffee is absolutely wonderful.
But listen, we want to keep her as healthy, but also enjoying life. Do you understand? Like, you can be healthy and miserable. You get what I'm saying? You can be healthy and miserable. That's not fun.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I totally 100% agree. That's right, man. She deserves more than that. I mean, I think we're all just a little mad. I think Joy was mad at the cards life had dealt to her. Annette was mad. I was mad. We were all mad. But now we're glad. You know, well, they're not the answer, but it really depends on what the question was. Depending on the question, they are the answer.
See, this is what I think. right away we thought that the best thing would be to make everyone super healthy.
Okay, we can keep going.
But then, like, it kind of.
Do you want to take it over?
Yeah. Well,
Here,
Well,
take-
no, I've already kind of told them.
Okay, I know, but that's what I mean. So I'm.
Yeah. Right away, we kind of thought the best thing to be would be just make everybody super healthy, you know, take away the caffeine because we knew that was like what we had done. But now when I'm like observing, she's like an 82-year-old lady, it's very hard for her to get out of bed. I mean, it's hard for us to get out of bed without the caffeine. You know, so it's like, let her have a little caffeine. Like, also, she only has X amount of time left. So, like, does she want to just sit on the couch with no energy, or
Jared
like
said that
maybe
Gloria
be
deserves
dancing?
it.
Yeah, maybe be dancing
Do you respect
and
Jared's
enjoying.
opinion?
Yes, I do respect. What I'm saying is like, I can see she doesn't have as much time as I thought she had. So I would rather those time be her dancing than her sitting on the couch with no energy. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, even if
Hey.
it shortened her time a little bit, at least it'd be more fun. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
well-
because she only has X amount of time, we don't know what that is.
What if we
But
got
like,
some
does that
big
X
hearts or
amount of time
something?
want to be like with no energy, with no life to her? Or like, hey, have a little caffeine and
Yeah,
dance.
but the light that burns twice as bright burns half as long.
But we already know that it's not that long. We can see now. We can see, like, we thought she had like 10 years. That would be shocking. I mean, she's just getting older. And so I'm thinking, let her enjoy the last amount. I hope we have several more years because we really want to make sure she enjoys these last couple of years. You know, and that's our goal. So we don't want it to end how we treated her the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But we also know that it could be less time. So I'm like, I just thought about it today. I was like, let's give her some. Richard, you mentioned the caffeine. I said, let's just go get her like a
Hey,
mocha
hold on,
because
hold on.
now
Since you're
she's
here,
dancing.
Edward Wees would like to know, what is this? What is going on?
Oh, the contraption.
No, just you. Just what's going on in general? What's going
With
on?
all these crazy like.
No. Can you sum it up for him real quick? You
Oh, with
just
this
messed some of
kids'
these
room.
up.
Yeah, I'm a big kid, obviously, and now
You're
we're growing
making some
up.
of this stuff What's going on?
Well, we had moved in with my mother-in-law because the house had been in shambles, and I've been like a very nightmare like drill sergeant about like, because it was so unorderly that I went so the opposite, trying to make it orderly, and you guys still saw it as disorderly, even with as orderly as I had tried to make it, but it was way worse before. But now I'm like, I don't think I needed to be so intense because these people are just chill people, like Richard and Gordon, and they're just like people that have always been like, laissez-faire, and I came in like, we're gonna be clean and stuff, you know what I mean, and they did the best they could, and they've gotten way better.
I think we're
And
all
now
way
we're all
healthier.
like way better because
Well,
they
see,
were.
first of all, I didn't put
It
on
was
that.
like living with like 50 bowls in the china shop here, where now everyone kind of like is a lot better. And everyone kind of respects everybody's space. Like there was no kind of like delineation of space when we first got here. So like that's what was annoying
There were
with
no
us.
doors.
Yeah, there was no doors. So like everything, like if you put something somewhere, it wouldn't be there when you went back. And so even like your toothbrush or your toothpaste. So it became a very annoying everyday thing of like, where's my razor? Where's my shampoo? Where's my toothbrush? Like I just put it here. Why would it be moved? Like, so we started when we first got here, had to walk around with like this little suitcase thing. Were just things like that because Gloria had this thing of like moving, but the house was so chaotic that once it was moved, you would never find it.
Good
So
Lord.
it was like this constant
Those
like.
stuffed animals behind you.
I know. I know. I was
She loves
obsessed.
them.
My
She
mom
loves
got me all
a
had
kid.
obsession with getting me things. Anyways, so people would get me those figures. But anyways, then I went too far though because I was so angry at Gloria because I felt like we're here dealing with this crap because you didn't take. But we should not have given her that much responsibility. If that makes sense, we should have stepped in sooner.
Yeah, really should have.
So it's more our fault. And so really we were just angry at ourselves, taking it out on her. But and I started to kind of like really shut her out, and that's why she hasn't been feeling good because I mean on top of the old age, but we've been shutting her out, and so that's going to make, if an old person gets shut out and like people aren't really giving them attention, they'll die sooner. Like it's isolation. And so now we're fully embracing Gloria, talking to her all day. We're making all the meals. We're going out there all the time. I even said, just leave the doors open now, I'm going to go cook actually out there right now. So
Yeah.
after I do that bong.
Yeah, let's do this real quick.
But yeah, it just was this transition of my mind, but it all had to almost like, not that, I mean, I wish it could have gone a little smoother, but I don't know if it could have, if that makes sense. Like, because when you look back,
When
but
nobody
like
knew the second
until we've all like, it took like literally even this
We didn't know
last
what to
trip
do,
to
so
New
it's clear,
York,
crystal clear.
like I brought out, all this anger came out. I screamed at Richard on the phone, say I don't want
Gloria
to
is
do,
pooping well.
I never yelled at Gloria or at this time, when I drank, but I yelled at Richard on the phone when I was in New York, and they didn't hear, But still, I was just like all this anger, you know, all this stuff. I don't want to do this, you know, kind of. I don't want to like be supporting your family, kind of thing. Like, I was still saying like your family, and not feeling like they were my family. And just in the last couple of days, like I fully like it's my family now. Like I have no other family. Like this is my family, and I want this family. Like I love them, and like they're everything to me. But I was just like still feeling. I was feeling like an outsider, and now I feel like we're all like a family now.
Is Gloria having trouble pooping?
I don't think Gloria ever has trouble pooping. That lady poops no problem. And it is smelly though, I'll tell you that much. When she goes out of the bathroom, we're like, oh, how did that come out of that little old lady? Whew.
Get over here.
She's never had a problem pooping.
Okay,
Okay.
your turn. And then we'll do a flower quiz. Just sit right here. Sit right where you normally sit.
I forgot.
Here.
We're doing the
Gabbers.
concentrated weed.
I don't even know what it feels like to have a family. Derek, I know that feeling. I didn't know that until now, until just like today.
I didn't know much either because I haven't had a family in a long time either, you know what I mean? So, like, we're all kind of becoming a family together, you guys.
You want some flour?
No, I'm good. I'm just good and stoned
Are
after
you taking
that.
that out there with you?
Yeah, we're gonna go out the front. You're gonna come with me.
I'll help you.
I gotta. Yeah, please.
That's right, Kevin. We're family.
You can do the cooking if you want.
HealthyFamilyForce.
Yeah, we're cooking out there now. We don't cook in the bathroom anymore. You guys have seen us fully transition from like 4 individuals to a family.
I gotta check those out, Stoner. Stoner communication is an email. It's an electronic mail. For damage.
Oh, cool. I gotta get some water from the garage. We got this 3-gallon jug. Takes me forever to go to that 3-gallon. Oh, it's like it's only 2.5. That was 3.
Yo, please hit those likes.
2.5-gallon jug. I don't like drinking out of cups. That's a weird thing.
You don't? Why not?
No, I like. I don't know. I don't like cups. They're weird. I feel like they're dirty sometimes. And so I always like those. I don't know, but it's actually cheaper to just drink out of the big water jug. All right, let's go.
Okay, I got really stoned, but that's good.
Okay, let's go. We're gonna
That's
cook.
really good weed.
You gotta do the probably another steak for the ladies, or they've. Or actually, you know what? We have soup for Gloria though. I think she'd like some soup first before another steak. Steak for dinner, maybe.
No, right now she's having a cup of coffee. She's
Yeah, but we might want to give her some soup for lunch.
Yeah, but she
'Cause I got some
She
soup.
literally just finished her breakfast. She just.
Oh, she just finished.
Yeah, you know how she is.
Yeah.
She does not. And Annette's not even here.
Oh. Hi, Gloria. You enjoying your coffee? Oh yeah, we'll start getting you coffee more if you like. Yeah. It was just Annette. We didn't want, but she doesn't even want it anymore. Annette doesn't even want coffee anymore, so it works out. Yeah. Love you, Gloria. Oh, she's making her
She's so happy
potatoes.
now.
Making her
I've never
potatoes.
seen her so happy. Have you ever seen her happy?
Back before we were mean, or
Well.
no, not even then. No, she was erratic then. She never just sat there and relaxed. She was always like running around like a crazy person. Yeah, I see much more. Okay, so you want
Let me get the light.
do you want the hot dogs?
Yeah, so like hot dogs, like kielbasa, please.
You don't have kielbasa, you just have hot dogs.
You know what I mean.
You just have the next, and just that pack. I got you the small pack today. So we're cooking everything out here now, you guys. I still have the beef in the back, I don't know why, but everything else is out here now, all the eggs and everything. I'll probably start moving the beef out here, but I'll put this up here. I don't want we only have a little of this organic olive oil, so I don't want it to be used like for the rice. We're using it for the meat. Okay, so I'm gonna start with putting a little bit of this olive oil here. We're doing like all the cooking now, so Gloria she does like her potatoes and stuff. She don't have to worry about it. Let me see, let me get this open. Makes it easier for her. She can just relax. So you can just relax. You don't have to worry about doing the cooking and cleaning unless you want to. So she like makes her little potatoes. We asked her yesterday, so what do you want? What do you need anything in the store? She said, oh, I need potatoes. I was like, oh, okay. So you sure you don't need anything else? And ice cream. Like, well, we have ice cream, but there goes the diabetes, I guess. So we got you some Tillamook cookies and cream and ice cream. Oh, great. But it's funny. Try to watch the diabetes stuff, but yeah, want her to be happy, so. I feel like she's doing better because it's just like, you can't just sit there and just eat protein all day with no energy and just like, because even if like she lived longer, if that's how you're living, it's not good. That's kind of a miserable existence. So I think she's much happier now. Okay, so we're gonna make all the, how many we got here? 5. And now we got everything out here. I put all the, everything's combined, and see all of our bowls and everything are out here now. Except for mine. I haven't like, oh, did I tell you about, oh, so I was telling you guys about the blanket. So I have that like security blanket. And yesterday Gloria just looked, I don't know, she just looked like uncomfortable with her blanket. And I know my blanket's really soft, so I just went and I gave her the blanket. And it was a big deal because last night I didn't have my blanket and I had to like, because I won't sleep under my blanket because I'm still terrified of those bed bugs. So I just kind of pulled the other blanket over top of me. But it was actually really difficult for me because I'm like weirdly OCD, and I was like, it felt like I was like giving up the thing that like I liked the most, was that leopard blanket. And so now Gloria really likes it. But then Richard was like, oh, did you know I ordered you a blanket? And I was like, what? You ordered me a blanket? He's like, yeah, I thought you knew that. I thought that's why you gave the blanket to Gloria. I was like, no. I was like, are you insane? Because I thought I was just going to like never have another blanket.
I think you cured her.
Huh?
What? You cured her.
Oh, nice. There we go. You go, Gloria. Well, she's feeling better. There you go. We got her where she is. Well, you can see caffeine is definitely a stimulant, but I'm glad. At least she's feeling good. There you go. It's actually nice cooking out here. I don't have to have, why are you cooking in the bathroom? But that was kind of like the whole thing about our show was cooking in the bathroom almost. Like it was like drew a lot of people in.
It was a lot of the show.
Yeah, so, oh well, but we're not going to do it now. But I got to clean this kitchen. I know you're going to be on my case about this. Yeah, I guess I got on this side. Yeah, on my case about how dirty this is. I know. I'm going to get there, but this is like day 1. It's kind of day 2. Kind of day 2 of like us kind of fully, like everybody being together. But this is actually just day 1 of me even bringing like all the stuff out from the other room. You know, like we don't have, like we brought all the spices out, we brought anything we were using. Like we were always having like this separate thing. And it wasn't to try to like have it be separate. It was like I had this, I didn't want my stuff to be messed with. Yeah. So I kept it to myself, but now I'm like, I'm just over it.
Explain how you're a little bit, like, well, you're raised by your dad who's very, what do you call it?
Well, I'm like insanely OCD and my dad's like autistic.
But like, I think your dad's like autistic, like, you just picked it up from your raised man, and I mean, like, you obviously get over it. Look where you're living.
Yeah, I get over it.
I don't think your dad could live here.
No, oh yeah, no. Well, actually it's funny, Cher's pretty messy.
Yeah, but is your place messy?
No, that's what I'm saying. It really is. But my mom was really, my dad just kind of like sits there, just weird. Yeah, it's weird. But he don't really like it, but he just kind of, yeah. But, yeah, no, it's definitely, this is, I've had like a full, like, transition of like my thinking, and like it feels good.
It's growth.
Because it felt wrong before, yeah, like it's like.
We like to refer to it as growth.
Yeah, and it just feels like, is that her timer? I think that means her potatoes might be done.
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean they're done? No, they still feel pretty hard. Let them keep going. But yeah, like today is just kind of like day 1 of like a new me, you know. But day 12 of no alcohol, so yeah. And you know, I'll deal with New York with New York, but even if I drink again, it's not as like catastrophic as you guys think, because what we've had is growth. Do you get what I'm saying? None of that growth would have even occurred if I didn't actually start drinking, because my drinking is what kind of uncovered some of this growth for me. Because like I'm like, why am I so angry? You know what I mean?
Would you say that you could maybe even use like an alcohol or like a drug? For like,
well, I wouldn't recommend anyone dabbling with something that is reckless for them, but I'm saying the abstinence of things is not necessarily the answer, because like if you just avoid something, you're never going to deal with it. And you didn't deal with it, you just avoided it. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I did for years is I avoided alcohol. I mean, alcohol was just, it was not a question. Like with work, I was offered it. I had people try to like pour it down my throat and I'd like leave the room. I say, no, I don't want to be here. I will not drink. You know, this went on for many years where I would never, not a touch, we wouldn't even get mouthwash if it had any alcohol in it. You know, we got no alcohol, everything. It was like, we didn't joke around with it at all. And I did that for many years. And then, you know, and then in 2022, we drank again for the first time since like, it went from like 2016 to 2017, that one time in the cave, it was like, and then to 2022, I had not had a touch of alcohol. And prior to that, from 2013 to 2016, we didn't drink either, so for like 3 years. So we did like the many years of not drinking. We went to the gym and did all the, you know, what people would call super healthy, and we dug it. We dug it. I mean, me and Rich are great at it. We used to go to we went to every one of the gym. You know what we did first? Oh, we've always been weird. We've always been weird, even when we were trying to be more normal. We went and tested out every gym. They're like, you want to try? Yeah, we just wanted like a free pass for the day, just to see if we like your gym. Because we didn't want to sign up for a gym we didn't like. Because we were very serious about like taking this working out seriously, and we didn't want it to be something where, because we had signed up for Planet Fitness, which was only $10 a month, but we didn't like it. You know, we did it, but we did it for about a year, and we said we want a real gym, like a nice gym. And so we wanted to go to LVAC, which is the Las Vegas Athletic Club, but they had a 2-year commitment, and we're like, we don't really want to commit for 2 years, because what if we change our mind and we don't feel like working out? And but so we tried every other gym, and we didn't like any of the other ones, because we wanted to have a pool, and we wanted to have like an indoor track, and really the only one that we could find was Las Vegas Athletic Club. So we tried these gyms all around town. We hated them. We went to several of them. We'd go like once, and they thought we were just trying to get free stuff. We're like, no, we just really want to know if we don't want to waste our time signing up for a contract and not like your gym, because you know the atmosphere might seem nice when you go in, look at the equipment, but you go in there and everyone's weird or creepy or something. So we checked out a couple of gyms and all around town, and they just always thought that was the weirdest thing that we wanted to we just want like one day to just try out your gym, because they'll give you that. So we went to about 10 gyms. It was getting annoying because it was just like weird every time to go to a different gym because you couldn't figure out the equipment. But then we're like, you know what? Let's get the Las Vegas Athletic Club. So we ended up going, and we stayed there for 2 years. Like we literally like worked out for like 2 years, and then we're like, forget it. But it was like we used up our contract, and now they don't do contracts. I don't think like that. But we did. We worked out for 2 years, like every day. And I remember right before we stopped working out, Rich said, why don't we start working out twice a day? And I was like, no. We need to change our lifestyle right now. I'm not going to go to the gym twice a day. Now we've lost our mind. I don't want to be that gym rat. But I was all about those like classes, like the heat class, which was like all like, what do they call it? Like circuit training, where you don't stop. You just keep going, and for like an hour. And this old lady taught the class too, which always inspired me, but also was like, oh, I can do better. Because I'm not going to let this, she was like Gloria's age, just this badass Irene, and she taught these combat kicking classes and the circuit training heat class, they called it. And this was like, these classes were insane. I mean, you would get exhausted. And this little old lady was up there kicking our ass. I'd be like, no, she can do it, I can do it. But yeah, we would do all these, and we had our Apple Watches, and they would track our, like every, you know, calorie loss, and we thought that was important. You know, this is before we kind of figured out the keto. But anywho, we did all that, and then we just kind of realized that wasn't really for us either. And I mean, we had a great time, and we never thought we would. Each time we kind of think we're going to do things forever. Me and Rich are that way. We're like, oh, we're going to do this forever. We're going to live. We always thought we'd live places forever. Like we're living in these like hotels. We're going to live in this hotel forever. I'm like, I'll just get them to let us rent a place. This is great. We've always been that way, but now we fully feel we're going to be here probably for a really long time. And even though it's small, I think, you know, now that we all kind of embrace each other, it's kind of the right space for everybody. Much bigger, it'd be like everybody would be too disconnected, you know, because we need to stay close to Gloria. And so it's kind of perfect now. And we're getting her a new bed. We're getting her a queen. So even though it's going to kind of be intrusive of her couch, we're going to move it over and make sure to fit. Because the one she's on, she can't move enough, and she's getting old. She needs to be able to, like, you know, move around on her bed. So we're gonna get her a queen. We're just gonna move her couch over a little bit. So, and we're gonna get her one that the thing lifts up, you know, so she can adjust it, so she can sit up. Maybe watch her shows sitting up in her bed. So we're gonna get that, and then. But yeah, it was really cool that Richard like ordered me a blanket too, because I like giving him my blanket. I have this thing, I don't like to sleep under blankets. I just have like a throw blanket that I throw over me, and I've been that way always, like always. And so when I don't have a blanket, like it's hard for me. And so I gave it up last night, and it was hard sleeping there, but I was like, all right, because I didn't have to. It was just one of those things like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna treat Gloria better than we treat ourselves kind of thing now. And it was really weird because Richard was like, oh, I actually just got you a new blanket the other day because it was on sale and I thought you'd like it. But he said, don't look, it's a surprise. I don't even know what kind it is. I don't think it's the leopard one again. I think it must be something different. But yeah, and he thought that I knew that. I was like, no, are you serious? I was excited because I wasn't going to ask for a blanket because I was like, you know, I gave that up. I can survive. I have a blanket on my bed. I just have to pull it up because I won't sleep under the blankets. I won't do that. I don't know, weird like that. It's like, especially with the bed bugs, I don't like it. The more on top you are, the better. When there's potential bed bugs, you have to crawl all the way around to get to you. So I don't like sleeping under there. But okay, so here's this. We're cooking out here. So, but I need the hot. Oh, we need to bring this basket out here. I'm still working on bringing some of the stuff out here. Okay, I'm gonna start my burgers now. There's a pen. Oops. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm like really excited. So there's I guess a blanket coming for me in a couple of days. So I had no idea, and so it was just one of those things of like I'm really learning to like, you know, put others first. And I always used to be that way, and then all of a sudden I got like kind of selfish because I felt like I've been doing all this for everybody else, and then who's doing anything for me? Because that's like I started to get an attitude. So I've stopped that attitude, and now I'm like I want to do this. But one thing I've always said I want to, so it's not really fair to say you want to do something and then bitch about doing it, you know. And so I do. I mean, I want to. I like that. I mean, I'm the youngest. It would make the most sense for me to be the one working at the whole group. And you say, well, what about Richard? He's the man. But like, he needs to be here with his mom, and these are, you know, her last little years. It makes more sense for her to be with her son than with me. You know what I mean? Or some caretaker. So like, this is really special, and she loves Richard. That's what irritates me sometimes, because like sometimes I'd be like, he's totally the one at fault, and she would always defend him over me. But now she's starting to kind of like see, like when it's okay, validate. For a while it was just like, hey, what the hell? I'm an outsider here. He's a little brat, you know. And so, anyways, but now, like, I think like it's like we're fully all her children, you know. Where it's not like I don't think she thinks like Richard's more her son than me, but I do think in the reality like that is her son, so they should spend more time together, you know, in her last years. But I'm glad she's feeling better, because I was getting really nervous. Like I was like, I don't want to go to New York if like, because we think we're worried. And I mean, it kind of sucks we had to give her the drug of caffeine, but I think that's all right now, because you know I want her to at least enjoy her last however much time it is. We're hoping it's years, but it could be less. You know what I mean? So I don't want her just sitting there, like, not being able to have any coffee or anything. Okay, I'm gonna go bring this to Richard. Hold on. And get my coffee bowl. Hey there. Richard. Oh, I forgot to bring you. Okay. Are you gonna come out in the kitchen, right? Yeah, I'm gonna bring you a Tabasco out there. Yeah, come on. That'll be good. I was thinking that you start eating out there. We can start eating out there too. We won't have to necessarily eat, you know, at our. Oh, he needs his mustard. Yeah. Get your mustards. Oh wait, no. I think your mustards are in here now. That's right. Your mustards are in the front. Forgot. I'm trying to transition everything to the front. Okay. Yeah, your mustards are in the fridge.
Do you want me to make a stick for that? Do you want to toss that one off with it?
Oh, yeah, I'll have you do it after, because I'm just not that good at making steak. I always like over or underdo it.
Sure.
You're just a little bit better at making steak. So you eat yours and then I'll eat mine after. And then I'll probably be about that anyways because I've been vlogging. Wow, so I've been having a great time with you guys today. This has been fun. I'm getting, actually, oh, there's no game today. I'm like, oh, is there a game? No game today, but the Mets lost yesterday. But I wasn't that shocked because it would have been a sweep of the Yankees. But the Mets are doing better. Oh, geez, it's getting hot over there. It's hard to like, Gregory's got like potatoes going, but it's like, woo, that is hot. Yeah, hot in the kitchen. We'll get used to it. It's better than cooking in the bathroom. Probably a lot less dirty in there. And then I just gotta clean out here. Are these done? Oh yeah, these are done now. Now they're done. I'm so glad she's enjoying her.
Yeah, she really is.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean. See, I'm doing all the dishes out here now. I brought my mitts out here. Yeah, this is actually kind of nice. It just feels like a real family now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I told Annette we're all gonna cook as a family now and everything, and she's all happy about that. It's all coming together. And we're probably saving a lot of money, honestly, by just kind of like all working together. Instead of being like two separate families here. Because like Annette really just wants the steak most of the time, and Gloria wants other things. I think you should offer Gloria a little of that soup. I got her all these different soups. Like,
Because whatever we have, John.
yeah, I think she would love a little bit of steak, but then a little bit of soup, because you know she loves. We got it. Annette picked her out some of these canned soups. I doubt that, no, because that's a breakfasty thing. She kind of likes like eggs for breakfast only. She's more like a strict of like eggs or breakfast. Like Richard's like eggs all day long kind of thing. Gloria's more like eggs for dinner. That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Kind of more like the old school. These are the things I got. I got these like, I thought these weren't too bad. Yeah, I thought that's a little bit healthier than other options. You know, and then we got some fruit. And I got them their, you know, bread and stuff. And of course they're top ramen, but I also got, Annette picked out, I let her pick out whatever. I said, you pick out whatever soup you think for Gloria, so she picked them out. Annette picked out the soup. Oh, okay, we gotta start getting her coffee a little more. That's fine. Yeah, we'll get you coffee more often, Gloria. She like that. She said, okay. Yeah. We'll get her coffee next time we go. Because I think we still have a coffee maker. We didn't throw it out. It's just in the cabinet. I bought her a coffee maker when I first got here. That's what's funny. That's what it was a real transition of things. When we first got here, I bought her a coffee maker, a really nice one. And then we started taking it from Annette, and yeah, so it's just, it's all coming back. But it depended on Annette. So Annette's health is what's bringing everybody back to like where Gloria can have her coffee back and stuff. Does that make sense? It's not like it was never, we were never trying to punish Gloria, except for later, I was being a little mean. But I'm saying, like the stuff with the caffeine, that was never trying to be a punishment.
I just posted a short of Gloria dancing.
Oh, good. He just posted a short of Gloria dancing with her caffeine. We'll get her that again. We do have a coffee maker. Yeah, we'll just start getting her a little coffee. I'm nervous though if she makes it here that she'll. Maybe we'll just buy her a coffee. Let's just buy her a coffee, because I'm nervous she starts making it and it might start drinking it.
I just got her a thing of tea though.
You know what I'm saying? Why don't we just buy her a coffee?
Turn the tea then. Let me turn the tea.
Oh no! Is it? Oh, the tea's fine.
I just got her some tea.
Oh, is that caffeine?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. Good. I'll then give her one. Yeah, let her know that.
She doesn't want one right now.
No, I'm saying, but did you let her know that?
Yes, she knows that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's good. That's fine. But I'm saying we could once in a while get her a coffee, because problem is, and then we'll kind of just start kind of adapting, like if Gloria starts making coffee all the time, and we'll start drinking it again. It's not necessarily good. Hello, Bethadone. Hi, Bethadone. Oh, she don't like my blanket. She didn't want my blanket at all.
You don't want it?
No, she put it out here.
What's that?
She put it over here.
Well, maybe she's gonna use it later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hope she likes it. Do you want to do the steak?
Yeah. Stop it off for me right now. No,
Okay. Yeah.
I have my email. Control E.
Yeah, you can put it. I'll get it started. Okay, we're gonna get this started. I'm gonna make a net steak here. I just cleaned this pan this morning for you guys that are like wondering. But we're keeping it like going because that's actually the cool thing about cast iron. You kind of want a little bit of the oil still in there for a minute, but you do need to clean it regularly so it can get gross. Just cleaned it this morning. All right, we have like so many steaks right now. I just got these ones today, and we still had 3 other ones, but they were on sale. 17. Yeah, that might be all right. Well, I think she's doing pretty good with tea, but I'm saying, why don't we once in a while go get her like a Starbucks like you just did? That's what I'm saying, instead of like having it be where she's making the. But one thing, coffee creates a lot of grossness in the room too. It's like all that, like, I remember that everything becomes like brown and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm saying you can get her like that, but we're not brewing it in the house, I'm saying.
Yo, can you do me a favor, huh? Let Kevin know he's a legend.
Kevin, you're a legend. I've been called a legend by a client.
Joy is also a legend.
I've been called a legend. So I think if you've been called a legend by your client, then I guess maybe you're considered a legend. I don't know. I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing. Probably turned out to not be the best thing. Oh dear. Interesting. Crazy time. Yeah, what things do you like? Do you like this thingy?
Yeah.
And this.
That's all we do.
There you go. All right. Are you keeping track of this?
Yeah, I'll keep track of that. I'll eat my lunch.
Okay, I'm about to.
You could grab my flip-flop.
Okay, I'm gonna start eating my lunch, but I'm gonna still eat back there just 'cause I kind of like sitting back there. And we only have one chair, anyways. I could sit there. I can always sit back there.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll leave this for you.
grab my
What do you need?
flip-flops. Flip-flops, please. Hey guys, I'm eating and I'm cooking my sister's lunch. I'm multitasking.
Like these, or do you mean your actual flip-flops?
Perfect.
Yeah, because it might still be glass.
Oh, yeah, it's wet. It's wet.
Yeah, we dropped a cup, but I think I got most of it.
No, you should never be barefoot in the kitchen. These are fantastic, hon. Did you guys see what she made? She made these like wieners and eggs. Let me know when you guys think I should flip it. I'm thinking, let's get to 150 likes and I'll flip it. 150 likes, guys. Let's do it. We need 6 more likes and then I'll flip it. Yes, I put a variety of mustards on it. I put on some organic Dijon, and I also put on some organic stone ground, if you must know. And I dashed it with some Tabasco, which is nothing more than cayenne and vinegar, but it's absolutely delicious. Okay, guys, 5 more seconds. Huh? What do you guys think? Looks pretty good, huh? I thought so too. Yo, what's up, Beth? You're a vegetarian. Right on. Yeah, here's the thing. If we were okay, your favorite show is Naked and Afraid, am I right? Okay, if we're naked and afraid and we're out there and we're in the Arctic where nothing grows, but we got ourselves a walrus, what are you gonna do? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding right now. That is such a joke. I'm seriously, that was just a joke. Sorry. Diddy, what's up, man? Yeah, after searing, turn it down. You're right. Here's a problem. When I talk about searing in front of my iPhone, what happens is what happens after I oh, she wanted soup, so let's see, I'll make her some soup. Look, Joy got her all sorts of soup. Let's see, we've got chicken noodles. That sounds good. How's this gonna sound here? This Progresso chicken noodle soup. Okay, I hear you. It's done. Yeah, we're gonna cook it right in here. We're gonna get the flavor of the beef onto the chicken noodle. Oh, that'd be gross, actually. Never mind. I thought I was making beef minestrone. Oh, that would have been terrible. All right. Okay. Or would it be okay? I don't know, man. I'm kind of thinking maybe it might be all right. Let's try it. I think a little beef flavor might be good. Oh, man. That just exploded on me. Damn it. Oh well. Okay. Damn, I got covered in soup. Shit. No, I'm not going to turn it around. Okay. Okay. I don't want to even see. Did I get it on my glasses? I can't even. Shit, man. That caught me off guard. Where's Joy? Okay. You saw? I don't know what happened.
Put some potatoes in there too.
All right. Okay. Right now I got. Yeah, this is kind of why I leave the cooking to Joy most of the time.
No, don't leave this to me.
No, but I mean, I gotta go. I have to go rinse off. Hold on.
I didn't know you were gonna put that in the pan. I don't know what your plan is.
Well, it was either in that pan or this pan. That wasn't the issue. You know, honestly, the pan wasn't the issue. I don't know either.
Get rid of all the liquid part.
I got it in my hair.
You're making it like a skillet.
Oh, look, it's on my hat too.
Okay, well,
Should I wash the hat?
Yeah.
Should I wash this hat here?
I see. You gotta answer some of your own questions. I don't know what the plan was here, but I put some potatoes in there.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that looks good. Let me get a bowl.
scoop of this when you make one.
You need a scooper? Joy saved the day. Thanks, Joy, for saving the day. I just pulled it out, yeah.
Oh gosh.
I got an apron on. Oh.
It probably will taste very good though, so probably really good. Throw the Parmesan cheese on top.
Here, do you think she wants a little of this French bread with it? What should I do?
Maybe just put some butter on it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. No, I think she likes it dry. I think she likes it nice and soft. I think toast is only for when it's. Man, that sucked. No, those are like, I mean.
An epic. They were on sale.
Okay.
We'll have to get this off the floor.
Here. Do you want to add some more liquid to it? Just some water? Just some water?
No, I think we're gonna try it like that.
Okay.
And then if she wants.
It's kind of a.
But I think it's kind of.
It's a little bit of a good. No, it's pretty hot. Let me put a little water. Just make it a little soupy. Oh.
I brought that one up.
Okay. Let me just do that. There you go. Just a little bit. It'll cool it down. It'll make it more soup-like. There we go. Now it's less like a goulash. Okay. All right. Here we go. It's kind of a mix of potatoes, chicken noodle soup, and beef. Okay. Cool. All right. I think we're done. We're done here. Let me find my goggles, guys. And we'll figure this out here. How can I serve that to my mom? I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I don't know. I would have eaten it. You guys, it didn't look good to you? I thought it looked pretty good. Thanks, Rat Raider. Seltzer water. I know, we do need new pots and pans. You know, we bought this whole set for Gloria at one point. It was like we got it at Macy's. Better than giving up, throwing away. I hate when people waste food. Well, we could have thrown it away and started another thing, but let me see if she's eaten any of it. Because to me, it all seemed perfectly edible. It did not seem there'd be any issues with it. The soup should not have exploded like that. You're right. Don't cut that steak too big. Okay, I won't. Richard's my spirit animal. Woof! Definitely drugs, no weed. Well, dude, listen. I got a new idea for you. Try doing weed and no. Hey, what's up, babe? Did you get your steak?
Oh, good.
Did you get it yet?
No, not yet.
Where did we get it for you?
Oh, good. Oh, thank you.
Yep, it's right here. It's right for you. I'm gonna cut your steak right now.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. How's your day? Everything going good?
Yeah.
This is your plate right here. Yeah. Mom had soup.
Okay.
Mom had some soup. So we're just gonna have some steak. All right. I don't like these knives. I'm gonna order. I need to get some new knives. Oh, this was a great piece of steak. Yeah. Did you pick this out this morning? Good. I think so. I think this is the one you guys got.
No one can see anything. You're like zoomed in. No one can see anything.
Oh. Don't worry, Joy. It's fine. Okay. So here's what Joy made me there. And I'm cutting her steak over here. Do you like it nice and rare?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Here it comes.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Lunchtime.
Thank you. Oh,
There you go. You can spread if you want it. Okay, guys. Come on, go over here. Was the soup okay? Is it a little weird? No. It's edible, it's okay? I thought it was fine.
Right there. I still like eating back here, but I love everybody's. I'm done vlogging though.
When we get you a water?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm vlogging now.
Okay, good.
Oh, you know.
Good, good, good.
I'm good.
All right, let me see. Come on. What's going on? It was nice, yeah. Good, good, good. Tell you what, guys, I'm gonna do a banger and then we'll do some chat stuff. What?
Did you ask Chloe if she wanted any steak?
She didn't really whine. She liked the idea of soup. I'm not sure. I think she liked it. I think she likes it okay.
Oh, why are you putting that down?
Because
I'll do it.
I don't know why. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
I'll fix this.
And then everything just went haywire.
Who really loves soup?
I know I got my shirt doused. I got covered in chicken noodle soup. So Hey, Sugar Skull, let me share something with you. If I spend 24/7 in my entire life and I leave New York City to come live with my mom for the last 3 years and take care of her, I would say that pretty much proves that I care about her. The fact that you're sitting here bitching about it, sitting here talking to me about my family, proves that you don't care about your family. And so what I'm saying is stop projecting how your kids feel about you. Ah, glitter bomb today, glitter bomb. Oh, really? So you are criticizing what I fed her for lunch. The one meal, like I've made her probably just in the last 2 weeks, probably over 30 or 40 meals. But you're criticizing the one meal I showed you that I made her.
And she's tired of steak.
And she doesn't want steak anymore. She didn't want any more fruit parfaits. She didn't want bagels and cheese. She wanted something different. So Joy thought soup might be good. And now you don't like that I made her soup.
And Gloria loves soup.
Oh, wow. So that shows that I don't care about her because my culinary expertise of coming up with executive chef items on a daily basis doesn't meet your standards? Really? I don't think that proves that I don't care about my mom. I think what it proves is that you are angry. I think it proves that you're mad. I think that honestly you're projecting. Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay. I'm here for that. Because see, it doesn't hurt my feelings. Nothing you could say do that. However, I would think that it really, really, really would be a hard thing for you to accept that your kids don't like you. Because they don't care about you. And that would be a hard thing for you to take. So I understand why you'd have to project that onto me. Have I ever dated a man? No, I've never dated a man. Are you a male?
We're trying to roll you up, Rich.
Joy, I'm talking now. Not you. The rage bait still go. Hey, there's Hell's Drifter. Hey man, listen. How's that non-smoking thing working for you? Because if you didn't do it, no worries. Because you know what? I relapsed on sugar too. I've been eating. Well, not recently. Well, I guess recently I had some trail mix. So you grinding like turmeric and ginger. You know, those are two of our favorite spices.
I love those two. Those are great.
Yeah. Oh, you mean by trying to help by coming in here and criticizing, smearing, lying about us? Just so you know, Sugar Skull Mama has told so many lies, has never retracted on any of them. All she does is just go to this other woman's stream, listen to a bunch of toxic stuff that's totally out of context and not true, come here and spread that, and then when we prove it's not true over and over and over again, instead of saying, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I was wrong," she comes in here and just keeps going on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on. It's like she can't be wrong. Is that what she calls helping? Okay, she's like the kind of help like you need like when the Spanish Inquisition came. That's the kind of help that she does. Is that the kind of help? All right, guys, listen. This part right here, this is for adults only. Ah, damn it. I just spilled the whole thing. Ah. Let me ask you a question. What kind of adult 60-year-old retired school teacher has multiple troll accounts? And when they get banned out of a room, they keep coming back. What kind of person does that? Right. That's called a stalker or somebody that's very interested in... Yes, that's right. Sugar Skull, you're creeping me out. Double click that screen. Thank you. 20 years younger? You're 20. Yeah, right. And you know what? You're a school teacher. that trolls little children. And that's really freaking creepy. Robert Downey Jr. Oh, man. Ah. I love to help the HFF. We love you, Adriana. You know, you could do something with your life. You could do something with your life if you really set your mind to it. It's a much happier house. Kevin's the best. Kevin's a legend. Huh? Oh, an Eddie? Oh. I bet if I got the right makeup and the right outfits, I probably could pull it off on Halloween for sure.
Do you want this light on here or no?
Maybe in a little bit. Maybe in a little bit. Okay. Okay. Is that too bright towards me? Not really. It's okay towards me.
Gloria's feeling like a princess on the couch now.
They say you look like kind of a messed up Johanna Scarlett. Thank you. Who's funny? That's what I said.
My first name was Scarlett.
I'm Panamanian.
Anyway, are you gonna keep vlogging?
Uh-huh. Oh. All right.
Yeah, I really like cooking.
All right, guys. I'm gonna shut off here in a minute. Well, we got a shirt on. Look at my apron.
I like the apron. I like the apron. I think it's funny.
Let me grab this.
Where you at?
I'm just gonna go outside.
We need to do this so we can start at the pool.
That'd be great.
And we'll have enough energy.
Maybe in the morning. We should go in the morning.
Yeah, and that would like to do that.
I think in the morning would be great.
Oh man.
Bless you, Joy.
Oh, thank you guys. I miss. After yesterday it was a big whirlwind for me.
It was? What happened?
We told everyone.
Okay. I'm out.
I love you.
Come on, guys.
shoot. He's muted. Richard! Richard, no one can hear you. Where are you? Richard, no one can hear you.
Oh, there it is, right next to my food. Okay. Yeah, we're in Las Vegas, bro. What, babe? Yeah, I did. It's in the other room. It's in the. Well, I have two now. Do you want me to change the music for you? Or are you good? Okay, good. Gloria's enjoying herself. She said she liked the meal. She said it had a different spice that she wasn't used to. Is all she said. She said that she couldn't figure out what it was because Joy uses a lot of cayenne pepper. Totally Tiffany got to turn her on to this thing, cayenne pepper. And oh my gosh. Oh my God. I haven't done these in a minute. Yeah, so Sugar Skull, you're wrong. She really liked it. So I wouldn't, I mean, she said it was interesting. I mean, it wasn't maybe the best flavor, but it wasn't the worst. And she wanted something different anyways. Man, it is hot out here, guys. It is really hot. Sure, let's engage with the chat a little bit. Haven't talked to you guys in a while. Is there anybody interesting in the room today? Hey, thanks for hitting those hearts and likes, guys. Appreciate it. You glad you like the cayenne pepper? Man, it is burning my mouth right now. And I have got chicken noodle soup in my hair. Does anyone have, ladies, do you know what that's like when you guys cook? Have you ever had a can of soup explode on you? Marky Mark, what's up, buddy? We're in Vegas, Keith. You know, fortunately the phone is in the shade. And I'm grateful for that. East Tennessee, show us your noodle doodle. Well, maybe if you hit those likes and share the stream, I will. Why does a mod have a hater page? Content. Okay. Why does somebody who asks such loaded questions all the time? If you don't know what a loaded question is, that means a person who comes in and pretends like they don't know the answer to something and plays dumb. And they ask questions like, "Oh my God, why does a mod have a hater channel? What does Joy do for a living?" Oh my, they ask these questions, and they're just loaded questions. And it works on simpletons. But dude, this is the Healthy Family Force. We're not a bunch of simps. We have brains, content. Don't listen to those negative comments. I don't even watch sports. Ha 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 ha. You know what I would like to do? I'd like to get myself some suntan though. At least on my face. What a day. Thank you for hitting those likes. You know, I haven't even been working out all summer. I mean, this is like the most workout I've done. And so what I'm saying is that, you know, I need to start working out in order to get back in Jedi shape. And one of the things that I would do this channel we first started was because we were showing how to kind of get ripped basically without going to a gym. And one of the ways to use it is a TENS massager, and those things are great. You put them on you literally sit and watch TV, and you put a TENS massager on your abs or whatever muscle you want to work on, and you'll basically get a workout going. Hey, Joe Mama. Yeah, we'll definitely get that going too. It's so easy to sit back and tell people what to do, isn't it, Mama T-Rex? It's nice just to sit back and just criticize others. Tell them what tell them what they didn't do right and how much better. Does it? I mean, just wondering. Do you actually believe that you're better when you criticize somebody else? Do you think that elevates you, like somehow because you criticized it? Therefore, like in an alternate reality, if that was you, you would have done it. Like, do you actually believe that falsehood? Because just so you know, that's a complete delusion. 7 charges for what? Thanks, Sabo. Appreciate it. I bought this place for my parents back in 2007. Yes, I put the down payment down for it. And then I sent them the money to pay the monthly bills. I thought they did good. Isn't Triggerman a Huskers alt? I don't know, dude. Listen, you're the one with like 10 different alt things coming over. I don't know this game. I have no idea who's who. You guys just DM me you think I read all these comments in like the video. Just so you know, the average person that watches the video doesn't scroll down and read the comments. It's just you guys. And that's cool. I appreciate it. I love the engagement. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. But don't assume the rest of the world sits and watches a video and then reads every one of your heartfelt Pulitzer Prize winning comments that you put down there. And they're certainly not going to remember people's names. And I'm one of those people. I know Triggerman because, well, Triggerman DMs me and he's in my Discord and we talk a lot. And I know you because you're you. But it's outside of that, I don't read like what you guys say to each other. Assault weed, distribution, battery, paraphernalia, resisting arrest. Whoa. Who did, man? That's crazy talk. Kevin, you are a legend, bro. Janet Warren, what's up, buddy? You are in St. George. Whoa. Sorry, guys. Did you happen to notice? I just happened to stumble on, man, this guy. Anyways. Hi, Snip. Yeah, Kev. Soul Rebel, when did you make your transaction from a man to a woman? Probably in I believe in the 1700s. It was an alternate life. I think I spent a period of time. I said, you know what? I have to see what it's like to be a man. Oh, wait. I have to see what it's like to be a woman. And I found out that, it's not, dude, have you seen, okay, I'm worried about this guy over here. I'm sorry, commenting on my own stream, but do me a favor, hit the likes, guys. Sweet Janet Warman. Hey, Sekhmet. You know, there is some truth to that. As you know, as you put on weight, that you do produce more estrogen. So maybe as you get older, maybe you do. I don't know. Triggerman had a voice changer on. Whoa, that's deep shit. You guys are. Do you guys like go to like the spy store? And do you ever like worry that you're gonna bump into other spies? Like, where do you get this espionage equipment? Such a life you live, Rich. Why are you jelly? What are you talking about? I'm sure the choices you made are awesome. Here's the thing. It's much easier. I get why you look at other people's lives as you get older and you say, oh, that looks stupid because technically you, like, let's say if you see some dude out on a boat and he kind of did his life boating and you don't have a boat. Oh, really? Get some water. I'm probably going to go in it's pretty hot out. I just want to get a little sun. There's a couple clouds in the sky. Kind of bumming me out a little bit. Thanks, baby. People were less soft in the 80s and 90s. You mean in the 1880s or the 1980s? Because if you want to talk about some fucking hard people, 1880s. I mean, they just isolated so many shit from. I mean, I didn't want to get into it. Everything was legal. It was like kind of like how the internet was before, like, you know, mainstream caught up with it. It was like you could do anything on it. It was like the same thing. Like it was like all the movies in the early 1900s are about traveling on a safari to go discover some weird, wild shit. The Earth was an amazing place. Sweet Janet Warren, bum bum bum. Good times never look so good, so good, so good. Oh, here's Joy just in time. Oh, she's too tired. It's all right.
Let's go.
Oh, Janet Warren, $10.
Oh.
Sweet Janet Warren, bum bum bum. Good times never seem so good, so good, so good, so good. Oh, let's do it again, right here. Sweet Sorry, man, I just took those dabs before I came out. Sweet Janet Warren, bum bum bum. Good times never seem so good, so good, so good, so good. Okay. Well, hey guys, if you guys are not in Vegas right now, I mean, it is unseasonably nice. Now, listen, I don't want to freak anybody out by taking off my shirt, but, and I wasn't going to, but the weather is just it's too nice. I have to do it. I mean, what would you do? You know? Or better question, what would Jesus do? He'd definitely lay out. He'd say, Rich, lie out. Dad made this earth with the sun, the whole universe, for you to enjoy yourself and have a good time. And I say, cool, Jesus. I'm down with that. But can I have some ice in the desert? Of course, Jedi Rich. Of course you can. It's 2025. You can have anything you want in the desert. Man, was it like that back when you were a kid, Jesus? Hell no, it wasn't. There's no electricity. There's nothing. We didn't even have pencils. Well, but how did you get all your scriptures written down? word of mouth, bro. Word of mouth. Cool. Sweet Planet One. Bum, bum, bum. You know what? I didn't realize coffee got so expensive. Did you realize we went and bought a mocha, just a regular mocha, for Gloria? Guess how much? Guess how much a regular mocha at Starbucks was for Gloria? I'm not complaining. I'm just noting. Man, tomorrow we got to go to the pool for sure. We got to go swimming tomorrow. I'd go today, but it's kind of like end of day. I'm kind of tired. I don't feel like going down there. But in the morning is my best bet to go to the pool before I can talk myself out of it. Do you ever guys do that with like jogging or running or exercising or going to the gym? That's what I used to do too. I used to say, let's do it in the morning because in the morning I'm so tired I can't really talk myself out of it. But if I wait until like noon, oh, for sure, I've got my brain is way too active. It's like, hey, let's go. Can't go to the gym right now, bro. We got all this stuff. What do you mean? No, I got like a million reasons why I can't go do something I want to do. But first thing in the morning, all I got to do is like before my brain wakes up, put my shoes on, put on my shorts and a tank top and head out the door and just start running. And by the time my brain wakes up, I'm like 2 miles into the run. And it's like, what are we doing out here? I'm like, we're jogging, bro. Better figure it out. And that's when your second wind kicks in. But until then, I'm just gonna be one of them sunbathing coaches. I sit back and I just kind of like coach as I sunbathe. You know, I'm old. I already did it. I already lost the weight. I do it. I already ran a triathlon. You just get kind of like, why do you want to do them again? I mean, seriously, like if you climb Mount Everest, I mean, wouldn't it be weird if the guy went back every year to climb Mount Everest? Right. I mean, most people climb Mount Everest once. So after you do that, what do you do? Right, go to Mars. A fantastic afternoon. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. I don't know you guys, but sitting there with no. Hey guys, hit those likes, please. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here. And then, okay, let's go, guys. Right on. She's loving it. Hi, Nettie.
Hi.
Oh, let's see what we got here. Man, I got hot out there. All right, a second here. I'm just gonna wind it down. Chica Bonita is taking a Chica breather. Thank you guys for joining us today. We had a really good time. Thank you for the up hearts. Oh, we're not cooking no more. I don't know why there's chicken wings up here too. All right, guys. You can't hear anything? No. There's a buzzing sound. Sekhmet, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Thank you, Sekhmet. Appreciate you. Thank you, Sekhmet. Keep doing you, haters. Hey, Keith. All right. Thank you, Seth Matt. Thank you, Jedi Trigger Man. Did you see that? Did you see the haters trying? They're calling you out. They were saying you were using a one of those spy voice vocal things on the VC, that you're really husky. Somebody said. Did you see that? Now, if that's true, that's some serious espionage stuff. That's some serious, but that's a lot of calculation. Now, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that's coming from your friend there, the one that Sugar Skull Mama that you're hanging out with. I'm telling you, they're not as sweet old ladies as you think they are. Man, we totally missed that. I totally wasn't even paying attention to the screen. Oh wait, sorry, that's too funny. I gotta show it. I gotta show us doing the dance. That was too funny. Hey, Lily. What's up? Not much, Lily. Just enjoying the day. Got a nice dono from Segment. Got some other donos from... see what we got. Janet Warren gave us a dono. Triggerman. Oh, Triggerman, I missed yours earlier. Thank you so much, Triggerman. Appreciate it. Janet Warren, thank you. And Farce, thank you for joining membership again. And Janet Warren, thank you for joining our membership. Appreciate it. Peace be in the Middle East. Check you out. CB was saying that in Discord. What CB saying in Discord now? As usual, I have it wrong? Really? Why don't you explain to everybody about how you lied and you tried to smear? I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Because it's like I've proven to you so many times, and it's like all you do is just you saying, oh, you have it wrong. You literally are always on the counter thing, and that's why you have to... why are you here? How did you get here again? Oh my God, are you kidding me right now? Ridiculous. Hey guys, let's get a what do you call it? All right. Here we go. Come on. I need a light on. Yeah, that's our theme song. You know what I mean? Hey guys. Then we got Jedi Triggerman theme song. Woo! Chigger man. Man. Wow! Man. Showing the dark side. Hey, babe, I'm rocking and rolling. Is that okay? Just practicing my scales, man. Rich, I hope your mom is feeling better. She is, actually. Thank you for asking. She was. It seemed like she was up and dancing today. Joy has given her a ton of love, and I think that was kind of the. Caught me off guard. I mean, I was getting a little bummed that Joy that you know, she was just like, you know, I don't know what's going on. Gloria said she just had a fever. We didn't feel like getting up. But you know, kind of after a week of that, we were kind of like, okay. And anyways, Joy just started showering love, and I think she's feeling better. I hope so. I hope she's feeling better. Now we got her some coffee. We're getting some treats, and that's what Joy likes to do, is give people treats when she loves someone. But I'm like, but the treats, I think, are what was making her sleep so much. I mean, if I'm not mistaken. Man, playing music is hard. I don't know, man. I just enjoy myself. Hailing the Howards, hey! First in. You know what? The boss loves to see that. You're the first in when I show up, and you're the last one I see when I leave. I mean, that's a good thing. How are you, Handling? We just got back from being evacuated from a fire burning. What? Damn! The world is on fire. The world is on fire. World's on fire. Back in the day, that's all you needed to do to write songs, man. It's a lot harder now. You gotta have connections.
You call me?
No, I said the world's on fire.
You sound great.
Really? I feel like I'm sucking right now. I feel like I'm sucky. You can't hear me? I can hear it, man. I can hear a melody going through there somewhere. Do you guys feel it, or is it just me? I mean, you know. I don't know, man. It could be the basis for a hit. Who knows? That could be my. No, seriously. Back in the day, I think people used to think like that. Man, if they could just write a song, they get a hit. They'd just be like on their way, and they're right. Except when they like for example, like the person who wrote the song for Friends, they like got $40,000. You bet they were stoked. They thought they were on their way, but that's all they ever sold. That was it. All right, guys, it's been real. I enjoyed closing it out. I hope you all have a great evening. Twins Ava, hi. Can you sing Cheerio from Billie Eilish? Yes, but not right now. But I will. Bro, please. I've been trying all day to find some. Bro. You know, I have to work tonight. That was a pretty convincing plea, though. I want to. Yeah, we could play some. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can do this.
Oh, that's pretty. Okay, give me a yay. Just throw it away. Yay. Okay, so G5 is in your range. That's great. But the style here is very tricky. It's very quiet, breathy, and controlled. So just for now.
I want to. Yeah, we could play some.
Said you won't forget my name. Not today, not tomorrow. 'Cause it's changed. Feeling so low. And I changed. When I come back around, I wanna say,
I think this is the song I was working on earlier.
maybe tomorrow.
Yo, bro. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware of that. Okay, guys, listen, it's been a great stream. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys all day long. I want to hang out with you more. We'll see you guys probably tomorrow. First thing in the morning. It'll probably be first thing, okay? Love you guys. Love you all.
Little do you know you're gonna hear this one. Sun shining. Yo.
I don't hate players. I don't love the game. I'm a shot clock, way above the game.
Be point blank with you, the game.
I got all this work on me. I ain't come for play.
You can show the little shorties how you pump and dance.
The dog.
Not to death. I'm not impressed. I'm not amused. I'm not confused. I'm not to do. I'm a grown man business. I'm not in school. Put your hand down, youngin'. This is not for you.
On my jail, my beats with the Kanye, yo.
Your name on the market, your name off the payroll. Style fresh
Like I'm still a dayo, and it's been like that since the day yo.
More time. Rolling. Or sinking.
Step on down. Your neck. Or do what I say. So get up and get down and lay low.
shadows.